Hello, we are back with Kirby MK Ultra.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, there you go. I had just died.
Right. We're doing a Meta Knight's Revenge.
Yes.
Saba.
Hello. I'm
Saba
a little
here.
late. I have to still set up all my stuff. I'm sorry. I was
great.
setting
So
up
Saba wants us to wait for her now. That's the problem. I get it. I get it.
I just said I'm late. I'm okay.
It's okay. It'll just be part of your performance review. It's fine.
Yeah, this is
Kirby,
going
what is
on
this
your
called?
record.
MK
Superstar
Ultra.
Super Star Ultra.
So I literally just got off work. We actually got off a little early today because there was a white elephant gift exchange going on.
Nice.
Oh
and
god.
free cookies.
That's
Hey.
So I went for the cookies. The cookies I expected to be like, like a bunch of Costco packs,
Sure.
or shit like that. It was like a catered thing, and fucking huge ass cookies, dude. These cookies were giant,
Huge
That's fantastic.
cookies.
Were they soft cookies?
and they were very soft.
Yes.
And they were really good. And there was one I had, and it was like a cinnamon buttercream, and it was good, but it was like, wow, this hurts my teeth.
It's so sweet.
It's so sweet and buttery, but ow.
It's like you can only have like one.
You can have like one bite,
Before you
and then
start
you're like, I'm good.
disintegrating,
Yeah. But yeah, so it was really good.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Also got a new sweater today.
Okay.
Because they were.
Because that was was that your was that the white elephant gift that you got?
No, it was. I didn't participate in the white elephant gift
Oh,
exchange.
okay.
But,
I
it
wouldn't
was just
either. It's
like,
impossible getting people gifts.
yes, but it was just a thing they were passing out because it was like, company logo and swag and whatnot, and we got like a bag too, so it was like, oh, neat. Fun
Very cool.
stuff.
So much stuff is happening.
Hello, Mikey. Welcome to stream. So Grant, I gotta ask. You're a busy. What the fuck is this? Just Wispy Woods again?
You're a busy man.
Grant is a busy
Hello.
man, as we all know.
What is a man?
What is a man? But I wanted to ask, did you get to check out anything from the Game Awards?
So, as I said, I said as much in the DM that I sent you this morning, right after my feet pics, my daily feet pics that I send you. I did not actually check out the Game Awards this year.
Did you send me a DM this morning? Am I crazy?
Okay.
Did I not? Yeah. Where I said
DM him?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, Zach.
Because
He DM'd.
I didn't. I was catching up on some stuff that happened, and then obviously the
I
big
totally
thing,
right. Yes, you were
which was
catching up
described.
on stuff. Understood.
Still catching up on some of the announcements, but I did see Hades 2.
Yes!
Very
incredibly
high Hades
Yes!
Yes.
I am extremely excited.
I still got to go through the rest of the announcements and trailers and whatnot.
There was a couple things in there. Like they did a full ass announcement for new Star Wars game, Star Wars Survivors, which I
Yes.
thought would be pretty like your speed, But Kirby's flying after us. Why the hell was Wispy Woods? Oh, what the hell?
You had to
Because
fight
'cause we
Twin
got
Woods.
blown off and we
We
have
got
to
there
get back.
fast.
Yeah.
Understood. Oh, hello.
We're heading back.
Man, you'd think that this thing would be faster.
You'd think.
I do
What
think.
the hell
I
was
try hard
that?
to think.
I
What
try
the hell
hard
was that?
That was a cannon that shot you out of the fucking sky.
Oh my god, we just got to get back
How
on
big's
there
a
again, I
banner?
guess.
It like puts in retrospective some of the Subspace Emissary Super Smash Brothers Brawl stuff.
It does actually. So there was that, and then what was the other one? They announced like a Suicide Squad game, which I don't know if you
Yes.
would be
Suicide
particularly
Squad
interested
Kill
in
the
that.
Justice League by Rocksteady Studios. It is Kevin Conroy's final performance, I believe. But yes.
Oh shit. Oh, that was easy.
It's interesting because it's Rocksteady, so it's like, okay, well, they make good games, and then you look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and you're like, this kind of looks generic as fuck.
That definitely has not been an issue that's been plaguing the games industry for literally 30 years. It's
Yes.
like, yeah, there was that.
Is this music not hyping you up, guys?
Hyping?
I fucking love it.
Hyping. That
Am
is
I
the
a
word.
fruit?
No, you're that little dash in between certain words, Zach.
That's extremely good.
Thank you.
Mikey says Xenoblade Chronicles 3 lost the music award to God of War, and Genshin Impact beat Sonic Frontiers for players' choice.
Hell yeah!
So it was a crapshoot. Now, I would like to say, Saba, while Genshin Impact did win, it is actually
Popular
really funny
community
that the Sonic community let Genshin Impact win in a way. Because there was like this really, really touching but very strange moment of like cross-franchise solidarity where Genshin was winning. Sorry, let me pause. Genshin was winning. Then the Sonic community was like, we can't stand for that. So they blew Genshin out of the water in like a day. And then the Genshin community wasn't like upset. They were more just disappointed. And so the Sonic community was like, their game's newer. Let's give it to them. It was like, whoa!
They were like, oh,
that's really
they didn't
cool.
fight back as we anticipated. This is boring. Let's give it back to them.
The fight's not fun when you just take the punches. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm happy that the Final Fantasy 14 one, its like segment. I was like, people really seemed to, even in the crowd, they were like, yeah.
14 or 16?
14.
About to say. What if there was a person on stage talking, like I said, I probably had it muted. So that's
Well,
my
it was
bad.
whenever they like, you know how they list off the nominees and stuff like that. Like whenever Final Fantasy's name came up, everyone was like cheering pretty good.
Oh yeah.
We did get a new clip for the Mario. Once again, I agree with Zach's, what is it? His response is, Chris Pratt is still inoffensive to me. He's meh.
He is disappointingly okay. And that's how I've been describing. That's how I've been describing it so far. I will say, and Saba said this as well. In that trailer that was being shown off, I was delightfully surprised by how like fun the music was, because clearly it was just like a Mario theme, but they were doing some like freeform music.
Oh, it
with
was great.
And I thought it was really good. I thought it worked.
Yeah.
Nice.
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 I like how
What are you
like
talking about, Mikey? Can we talk about how Al Pacino was?
Oh, Al
wait,
Pacino.
When was?
Oh,
was
he was at
that
the beginning.
Was
Yeah.
that the Crime Boss game? Or am I thinking of something different?
No. He was at the beginning and he awarded for best like performance.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
like,
probably, I
voice
probably
acting
missed that then, since I was at the concert.
I mean, at least Mikey, he was very like, straightforward. He's like, yeah, I don't play games, but like,
I don't play games, but I'm a celebrity, so I'm gonna read this award.
But like, I know people who do play games. But I mean, he was giving the word about like, acting and like performance within the video game. So I mean, it's not like super off.
I will say that it's really funny seeing people's responses to what's the name of it's his name, Chris Judge, the guy who does the voice acting for Kratos in the new series.
Yeah.
Fucking people
Wow,
doing
this
like
was
little
so
role plays
long.
between him and Jeff Keighley, where Jeff's like, listen, motherfucker. Next time you do a 15-minute long speech, I'm gonna shoot you on the spot. We have a timetable to keep. The show was supposed to take 2.5 hours, and it took 3.5 because people kept doing like 20-minute long speeches.
I will say, I was like, okay, him speaking, I'm like, that was great, but after a certain point, not that like he did necessarily a bad thing, but I was kind of like, you know, when you glance around at people, I'm like, is he allowed to be talking for this long? Normally they would have cut people off after like the 3-minute mark. It felt like he was going for at least 10.
Well, because they so the band. Oh, I needed the fire. Wait, what the fuck? How'd that get lit?
It's lit.
Yeah, but how? Who? What the hell? Who lit this?
It's a fuse box, right? Or like the
Oh,
little
it's
thing,
just
you
a
know?
plunger. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought I had to light it like a fuse. Oh, like this one.
That one you do.
There you go. How do I? God, how do I? There you go. I throw it that way and then I eat you. Perfect. Got it.
Yes. Fire.
Have to remember all my buttons again. Stray won an award. What the hell?
Yeah, I was
What the
happy
hell?
with that. I thought it was like
Oh
best.
my
What was
god!
it?
Bird on! No! I just killed you!
It's Dynablade,
It was like
dude.
best like opening game or something, or best
Music.
like.
Best debut indie was the
Yeah.
award.
I
and
agree.
this is
that
the
one
only
was
thing
good.
that's fast enough to
Though
get onto the
Zach
ship.
wanted Vampire Survivors to win, and he claimed the whole award show was a travesty because it didn't.
No, I didn't say it
so-
was a travesty. I said it was a sham, which I am correct.
There you go. Okay.
Vampire, like,
Music.
Stray is good, but Vampire Survivors is better.
Uh-huh.
Grant stays silent.
I'm trying. I keep saying listen to the music because it's cool.
It's very quiet. I'm gonna turn it up. Where is it? What do I
It's
have it
hype
at right
music. I
There you
need to
go.
lower it now. Gosh.
Did that do? Oh my god. Wait, why am I
No,
carrying
no,
the
no.
bird? The bird can fly.
Bird got tired.
Yeah,
He doesn't
man.
have tires. Don't be silly.
Says you.
Wait, what the fuck? Can I go down there? Oh, that's probably just a trap, I guess. Bird on, are you
I
okay
told
over
him
there?
about that, Mikey. I told him about that. I had him trapped in a closet, and it was my turn to play a little.
Pardon me?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm responding to what Mikey said.
I didn't stay for long since
Oh my
honestly
God,
Stardew doesn't
Raheem,
interest me,
hey!
but I did make a joke of how
Has been a
Saba
while.
had Obo locked in a closet. True though. She
I mean,
locked
half
me in
the
a
time it's
closet of
vice
Christmas
versa,
lights.
and like the first time I get out, you think I won't lock him in a closet? Man, he's too slippery.
What the hell are these guys? Also, I like this picture of Meta Knight. He looks like he just walked into the room and he's like, "Mom says it's my turn with the DS."
I thought, Raheem, I was like, yeah, I figured you were trying to say hola, but you said hold como estas, and I was just like, that was really
Hold.
fun. Hold my como estas, people.
Oh my god, I killed Meta Knight's
Going
crew.
good. Raheem, hopefully things
Oh my
have been going
God.
good for you.
What the fuck? Why would you do that, Zach?
Because
Life has been doing
they're
A-okay.
not worth my time.
Holiday season's approaching.
Can I eat you? Can I eat this man's?
Grant is not gonna have a holiday season. He's staying there. Zach never left.
What are you talking
And
about?
I'm still here. Raheem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, and then obviously there's the big thing that happened at the end of the.
Yeah,
of the thing.
everyone's aware.
Everyone's aware,
Everyone's
so we
aware.
don't really need to talk about it. But
Though that was really because even like my coworkers were like we don't know what was happening,
Can I-
but because
how do
you
I-
showed me the thing, and I was just like, oh, it was just a punk kid, and apparently someone dared him or something.
well, once again, we're not going to talk about it, but it was certainly weird.
It was.
God, playing the co-op for this game is stupid as fuck. You need to look at player 1's DS screen since player 2's DS.
Oh, That's
doesn't
nice.
have it.
Maybe-
What?
Yeah, that was true.
What? You have to look at it. Oh my god, stop. I'm gonna... Oh.
Oh my gosh, so much stuff is happening.
That worked, I think.
Because they're like mini bosses, you can suck them up.
Oh, they're just guys. They're just dudes.
They're just dudes.
They're just fellas.
Kirby's trying to get on deck.
Plus, that's a good way of spending your time, right, Raheem? If you don't got much to do during the day.
Am I about to get crushed?
Oh, my
I'm
god!
alive.
For a second, I thought you were gonna get crushed.
You're squishy.
I cannot tell you how much I love just looking to my right and just seeing a Kirby plush sitting on my desk, just like looking at me, being like, ah!
I like
Oh, yo.
I like the guy doing the like command.
Did you just say Poyo?
Boyo.
Are you tired,
Grant,
Kirby?
why you sound like that?
I don't know. What do you mean the fuck do you mean I sound like that? That's my voice, Zach. That's so rude.
Wow,
you,
Zach, I can't believe you said
sound
that to
tired.
him.
I sound.
He said he
my
literally just got
my
back from
favorite
work.
thing for a person online to say to another person, "You look tired," or "You sound tired. Are you okay?" And it's like, dude, I'm just here.
I
Leave me
just
alone.
hear. I sound like I
What the
just
hell
did
is
an
this
8-hour
thing?
shift.
Are you like
Ninja. Am I like what? Oh, she moved.
Oh my god, did he just throw me?
Yes.
I believe we already talked about this, but was it who else had to dissect something for like school?
I think it was Lawrence.
Because I know half of you guys did it, and I was like, this
think it was
BS you guys
Lauren.
got out of it.
Yeah.
Professor Lawrence.
Why is
Are you-
Raheem
Ninja
was
Bio
like, he's been teaching, like, volunteering at like a school, and I think it's in the sciences, because he just said today I ordered in 8 lamb hearts, and we did heart dissections, and I was just like,
Yum.
no hearts for me, thank you.
Delicious.
What happens is that he orders them, he dissects them, and then he sends them over to the cooking class.
Yeah.
That's how that works, right? Have you guys ever eaten heart?
Have you ever eaten?
I've never eaten before.
True.
No.
I've only ever inhaled.
Damn.
That's all I-
Real for that.
Yeah.
How do I hurt this thing?
You get that little bongo in the front.
That little dongle
Are you
is the
sure?
hurting
Mikey,
thing,
I
guess.
don't know. You may be
big
referencing
dongle
Adrian,
on top.
actually. I don't know, Zach, if you remember who that was based off of.
I'm not
Mikey.
engaging.
You remember
I'm not
Adrian?
engaging Mikey's current topic.
Represented on. Yeah, Raheem. I mean, it's true. It's like important. I would say for sure. Like, if kids can get a variety of stuff, experience a variety of stuff, that's good.
I can censor.
Hobo
I can censor you
censoring
if
Mikey.
I want, Mikey.
Oh.
Ow.
I think I answered your question though. I believe it was Adrian. If I'm
Can
thinking
I hurt this
correctly.
thing? Oh, I can hurt that
Yeah.
thing.
You can hurt that thing. You can do that thing. Just don't get too close. There you go.
There you go. Did it.
There you go. You did it. Yeah,
There
I'm
you
so
go.
proud of you. Oh,
That's it.
Zach.
Why was your entire weapon system tied to a single cannon?
Kill issue.
Why are you asking such questions, Zach? All you need to do is just accept it.
God, I
Yeah.
love the idea of them spending like billions of dollars and like multiple decades making this shit, like making the halberd, and then Kirby's just like, hi, and fucking blows it up.
Terminal Montage has the Kirby Superstar video.
Right, yes. Now that I've actually played the game, I should rewatch it with context.
Yes. I also like that you can see the halberd's health on the bottom screen.
Oh my god, this thing's so tough. I just blew up the entire top bit of it.
Yeah.
This shit's the fucking Death Star.
You just said they spent decades and millions of dollars working
Yeah,
on
but I'm
this.
Kirby.
Yeah, but I'm cool.
I know.
Kirby.
Zach
You really
needs to,
threaded
you
the
know,
needle
step
to
up to the
that.
plate.
There we go.
Shoot, smack some home runs. All he's
Yeah.
getting is balls.
Clap some cheeks. Yo, Zach getting
I
balls
wish I
for
could clap
real?
some cheeks.
Yeah, but not the
Cheeks.
kind of just. We're talking about balls straight into the ground. Okay, there is no swinging There is no.
I don't know what
Some
you're
of them may
into,
be
but
turning
that's kind
blue.
of fucked.
No. Oh. Hey yo.
What if do I need to keep? Well, I kind of like fire. Fire's it hurts.
Thanks, Mikey. You are allowed to say what you want, unless
Kiss your
I don't
friend.
like.
Kiss your friend. Yeah, give me a little
I'll give
kiss.
up for the little kills.
Feels Mr.
I didn't realize there was. See, I mean, Kirby's so
Oh
lovely.
my
Look, he's just
Jesus
going around
Christ.
smooching his friends.
It's because you're fire and he's ice.
Oh, I didn't realize there was Pokemon
It's a love that
rules.
cannot be. It is forbidden.
This is true.
How many cutscenes? There's
You
too many
destroyed the left
cutscenes on
wing.
this fucking cartridge. Hello?
I fucking love this song so much.
Damage to 74% of the wing. Ah!
Wow!
Track the sails. Give more lift to the left.
I cannot tell
wing.
you, Grant, like, so
Hard.
yesterday after the Game Awards, me and Zach just went on this whole, like, in-depth, like, researching, trying to figure out who was, like, in Hades 2 and who we were, like, looking at and who the main character was. Suffice to say that, we were, like, pretty close, though I do feel bad, Zach. I can't believe I actually forgot about Haket. Like, I feel like Haket's, like, one of the, like,
They're making
gods
some
that, like,
deep
I
pulls.
like that I remember the name, but like I always forget what her association is, so that's why I just didn't realize it. You just need your buddy to stand on there. If he can, you know, make it up.
Can you please stay there? Leo, please.
No, that's not what you have to do, but
Where's this enemy?
just-
Blow on it? Oh, have that guy stand on it.
no.
Never mind.
You just have to be. You can dash, or that works too.
Raheem's now in your chat.
Oh shit. Oh
Raheem's an
shit.
international Twitch traveler. Except never mind, we're in
International
the same.
Twitch traveler.
He's international. We're in the same space, I guess.
It's basically international. What the hell's that? What the hell's that green power?
That's plasma.
Electro?
That's the one where you go left and right.
Oh, okay. Oh, do I want
Kiss your
magic
friend.
or do I
Kiss
want
your friend.
ice?
Give him a smooch.
Yeah.
Do I
give
want
him a
magic or do I want ice?
Yes.
What are you feeling? Both are pretty good. Going with the ice?
I'll stick with ice just because it matches Burning Leo. What the fuck is this?
They're
Are
star-crossed.
they really doing it?
Now's our only chance to finish him. Heavy Lobster, go!
Best friend
Heavy
sneak
Lobster
peek
is what I order on the menu
trailer.
every Friday.
I have no thoughts on that,
Dude,
Mikey.
what the
I
hell
don't even
is
think I
this
know what it
thing?
is.
It's heavy
Maybe
lobster.
Zach and them know. They know more than me.
I'm currently trying not to die to Heavy Lobster, so give me a minute.
That is very
well, that is-
impressive.
Just like I
Raheem.
do every Friday.
That gives off the same energy as wearing a shirt with Nicolas Cage
Nicolas
faces on it.
Cage.
Nicholas Cage.
Nicolas face.
Nicolas
Except I was.
Cage.
I can't say
Let's
his
keep the
name.
hits going, Saba. These are so many.
Cages!
Wait, I lost my power instantly.
There you go. See, you deserve that. Focus on the game, Zach.
All right, I'll just let Burning Leo. Wait, can I eat Burning Leo?
Remember, you can
Go
kill Burning
Psychic!
Leo. Take his power.
Ow.
I don't know. He
X.
looks hurt.
I
What
will.
you
I'll-
usually do to create him.
Let me. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna let him. There you go.
There you go. Now you're picking up what it is.
Oh,
Now-
my
Now
God,
you're
he's gonna
picking
die.
up what he's putting down.
Now you're picking it. Now you're buying what he's selling. Oh my god.
Good job,
my
Burning
God.
Leo.
I can't. You got carried, Zach.
Very true.
If I was Meta Knight, I'd be. So...
Well, I'm happy you're happy, Raheem. Oh, look, you guys are back at full health.
Oh my God, Burning Leo's fine. He's gonna live.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, look at him.
Next second, he like Zach just throws himself into the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that sword power. No, Burning Leo, why?
That was good, no?
He's good.
Oh, it always brings you
Isn't
this
there
way?
like this just reminds me of like Super Smash, but like the story mission.
Subspace
I think there was one where you
emissary?
just
I'm dead.
yes. Where I think you just go around with like cannons and stuff. Don't you just
Oh, I
love that
lost
the
Bernie Leo.
cutest thing on the planet is just literally like
These
the most
flies, dude.
craziest destructible like war
What
machine
the
ever.
hell is this?
He disappeared.
What the heck
Burning
is
Leo.
even that?
You will be remembered.
Okay.
In the cloud.
I'm gonna have a parasol friend.
Yay!
It's a parasodaldy.
That's real cute.
Invincibility candy.
And
I
Zach
give my
is
friend
a burb.
invincibility. Yay! Okay, that guy's dead. What about you? This guy's suplex. I don't want suplex. What the hell? Where am I now?
Back on the ship.
Oh yeah, it is the ship. Okay.
And it's scary. Did I mention
I'm
it's,
still
scary?
immune, fuckers.
Yes,
Oh fuck. I'm immune to all consequences. Oh no 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 no!
I will never learn from my actions. Oh God, my actions!
Oh no! Finding out.
I have fucked around, and I will now find out. Oh no!
Why?
Well, you're stuck forever now. Good luck with that.
Parasol D, let me kiss you. Let me give you.
Schmooch.
Oh, a little kiss.
Okay, so I can do this, but then how do I? I guess I have to.
You think we're gonna finish
dash.
this today, Grant?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I was talking about Zach's day.
Yes, I heard yes.
No, we would, I mean, we might. I would be.
Especially if I'm a pro gamer like this. Oh.
Yeah. Oh God, finding out.
Grant. Okay. Hold on. Was this Kirby? Which was this Kirby game on Grant? Yes.
What are we talking? What'd you
I
say?
keep bouncing over the
I know
fucking
full
button.
is what? Where did this like? On what console did this come out on? Or I guess like DS.
So originally, this game. Why would you do that? Originally, this game was on the SNES.
Okay.
But
SNES.
the game we are playing currently was on the DS.
Oh, okay. DS. Then here you go, Ricky. I don't know if Grant sounds different. He's tired.
Do I? Am I? Who am I?
Who are you?
Get out of my head.
Who are you?
Oh, we're in.
What kind of guy you are? Oh yeah.
What
that's
the
right.
hell is that thing?
An enemy.
Oh, okay.
Almost like game.
Almost game.
He sounds like a gentleman version of Dream.
Ew.
Great compliments. Grant.
Definitely
That's
not
not
a
a compliment.
compliment.
That is a fucking insult
Oh.
as hell.
Dream. Oh yes, you're right. Well, I have nothing to say to that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Some people can have nice voices even though they may be bad people.
I don't want to be even closely associated
Whoa.
with Dream.
See that? Sabi, you should ban them for comparing Grant to Dream. He's right, you know.
I don't think I've even heard
Oi!
Dream's voice because I don't care as much.
Me neither. I just don't want to be compared to them.
Raheem.
You know, whenever I think of Grant, I always think of Kanye.
Let's just say
God.
this is. Let's just say this is what he sounds like when he's tired. I guess. I'm sparing you from their rap,
What's with all
Raheem.
these
I'm just gonna say
fucking
that.
chickens, dude?
Chickens?
Okay. All right. Are you in there?
Because I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat doesn't mean you have to call me a chicken. Oh.
Wait, wait, is the ship being powered by wheelers in the background?
I'm so glad you saw that.
Because I saw it was an eyeball, and I was like, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's great.
If Grant sounds like a dream when tired, then he should get some coffee right this second. See, the thing is, I don't know. You could ask him that.
It appears as if
The
I'm
thing
not
is, I don't know how
Can I
Grant
hurt this
is on
thing?
coffee. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe we don't want that, but I don't know. I've never seen Grant
Parasol
on
D, are you
coffee.
okay?
He's protecting you from the sun, Zach.
I mean, I also feel like I'm not really. Oh, what the hell? Okay, well, that worked. Parasol D, no!
No, how are you good? Who's gonna stop you from getting skin cancer now? Who's gonna hold the umbrella up for you?
How?
It missed.
Yeah, okay. I picked up on that. Go this way. Yes. Yeah, that works.
There
okay.
you go.
All right.
Hey.
This is a little weird, but okay. I want you to go there. Stop shooting me, please.
Stop it, please.
Please stop shooting
Oi!
me. I need assistance.
Oh!
You must
I
die.
didn't see the fire.
Oh, Zach. How
Boom.
unfortunate.
Boom.
Run it back.
It's only right here. It kind of sucks that I don't have any powers or an ally. Wait,
You
can I
literally just get one? There is a thing right there.
Oh, this is bomb. I thought this was sleep power.
No.
Did Zach ever say he wanted to go pro gamer? Was that a thing?
No.
Clearly he's not.
Clearly.
I can't be
think
a
that
pro
task is
gamer. I
little-
like women.
Wait a minute.
There you go. That worked.
Just the onslaught of bombs.
it's actually a lot of fun. Bomb, 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 bomb.
You can also plant bombs by doing it down.
God. I'm like in elementary school in the U.S.
Okay.
Sorry, that's really
See,
tasteful.
the thing is, I don't know if I classify as one to him. Like, I'm just a person that exists. No. He acknowledges it just so he can say I'm here. And that, like,
Saba's here
has
here to fill my
I just-
demographical
yeah,
quota.
just the quota. I'm here just to fill that role.
Saba's a delightful 2-for-1. That's why I appreciate her being here.
Yeah.
Man, that's one of the worst things I've ever said. I'm gonna die.
I prefer you saying that to me than silencing me, so I'll take it. He's dead!
What was his name?
Woo!
Poppy Bros Jr.
Poppy Bros. I will never forget you.
What's his name? Yeah.
I just put on the dress to appeal to Oppo's demographic. How do you how do they know? What's happening? Zach, have you been saying I've been wearing dresses?
Yes.
How dare you? It's one thing to claim that I filled your quota. There's another to just lie about me.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Oh. You
You
dick.
can still hit it.
Oh. That worked.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
The reactor has
Look,
been
they
destroyed.
got out.
There's so many guys. Oh, I couldn't suck any of them up.
Sadly not. Give me 1 second.
Scoozy.
Your 1 second has been up. Okay, return. He lied to us, Zach. He's not back.
Oh, I hate all these crying sprites. It's so sad. Evacuate the ship immediately. Ah, the ship is done for. I gotta get out of here.
Quickly!
Oh,
You're gonna be a cool kid at this time?
Yeah, dude, look at me. Look at me do all my sick yo-yo tricks.
28, 27. This guy's blocking the countdown timer.
I can't see.
You can call me woman, but I draw the line at wearing dresses. No, it's not about drawing the line at wearing dresses. It's about him telling people, making assumptions about what I'm wearing.
Fuck,
That's
crushed.
it. I mean, if I started telling everyone that Zach just constantly is wearing a suit and like with a tie, I'm sorry, that'll give someone the wrong impression of who he is.
But I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As I stare right at your camera.
Why are you staring? That's really weird. Also, why are you staring at my camera? Do you just have my stream up?
Yeah, I have that occasionally if people are chatting.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look at yo-yo power. You didn't want me to have the yo-yo power. Can I?
Look, that's what happens when you have the yo-yo power, Zach.
It had nothing to do with the yo-yo power. Don't
You
insult
die.
the yo-yo power.
You die!
Oh, you know what would be way better? What if I had a ninja? What the hell? That's not ninja. You're a ninja. There you go.
Is this ninja or samurai?
Oh, I wanted. Okay. I wanted ninja ally. Also, I just did some breakdancing. That was awesome.
True.
Little kiss. There you go. Kiss for luck.
I'm excited. It's gonna be great. Hades 2.
Not coming out for like a long time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on! Horse shit. Alright, now I'm gonna get the ninja ally that I've always wanted. Behold, Biospark. Never mind, he's Rocky now.
Just jump, make him jump into it.
There you go.
There you
That worked
go.
really well.
You're welcome.
I didn't even realize that I could make him jump by jumping.
I have returned.
He's a liar.
Were you?
He said he would be gone 1 second and look at it. He's
Look, they're
here
crying.
2 seconds later. How dare you?
If Grant was here, he would know that I already commented on the fact that they're crying.
Also, you are all about to perish. Do as you please. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Smooch.
yes, sir, Meta Knight, sir. Also, we have like 2,000 seconds before this shit explodes.
Yeah.
I think we're fine, maybe. Oh, I can keep going.
Think?
I don't pay you to
You're
think.
fine. I don't
What
pay
the
you.
hell is even that?
They're crying.
Go any further.
They make me
Does this guy have
sad.
his...
They make me
guy
sad
looks
by
like he's
being
actual-
sad.
They make
I
me
just
sad
want
by
them to
being
not take
sad.
over the world. Like I don't want them to be like like upset.
Oprah doesn't pay any of us.
I don't make any money.
So
He keeps
said.
all the money for himself, Mikey. Can you believe
Yes.
that?
Hypothetically, the people you can complain about not paying is it's Mikey and Raheem. Because I don't make any money off this shit. I get no ad revenue.
You guys ready for this shit?
Is this
I am
a
ready.
fight against Meta Knight? This is the end, Kirby. Come meet your doom. Heart races.
races.
like it's
Grab
a
this.
Oh! Oh! Man, this is unfair for you.
I've got a ninja.
Meta Knight. Meta Knight. Meta Knight. Meta Knight, you're too cool for this. The hell was that? Oh my Jesus Christ.
And he's out of there.
Oh, that's my ally. Did I kill him?
Killed your ally.
He killed my ally, and then I'm gonna die. Never mind.
Bing.
Oh, just
I remember you
barely.
explained what Bing was, I think, before Raheem.
Give me your thing.
Oh
give
my
me your
god, he
thing.
blocked it.
Though
Cut off
right
his
now I'm
mask.
thoroughly distracted by the amount of music and stuff like that. Feel free to reiterate why.
You cut off his mask, Zach.
Oh my god, Zach, look, another one! The ship's going down!
I like how bent the guns are.
Like, how did that happen even?
Mangled. Zach Grant, do you know what Bing chilling is?
900瓦冰淇淋.
That is your response.
Hi.
When did he get those powers?
Yo, let's go!
I guess you're keeping them though. That's great.
What the fuck is this song?
Is he trying to hit you?
I guess so. I
Yeah,
guess he's
he's
just
trying to
really
kill you
butthurt
as
about
you're sleeping.
losing.
The thing is, you're like not getting. Never mind. I was like, you're
Oh,
not
because I
getting
have to
hit
get
at
to
all.
the end in 20-something seconds.
Yes, it is going to explode.
But Kirby, you can just float! Just float away! Kirby, why? That's a fun little segment.
Wow. I guess you've become Raheem's god, Grant.
I have.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good.
Well, that was... Well, never mind. I was gonna say, that was pretty gentle.
Boom. Just mushroom cloud.
Not at all, Raheem. Things go over my head easily.
She's very short. Haha.
I don't know why.
Kibble!
Tell me what exactly are you trying to say, Grant?
What'll do?
Explain to me in exact definition.
Jim! Biospark!
What?
Bird on! Bird on!
Bird on.
Knuckle
Is it
Joe!
the end?
Fighter.
What the fuck?
I just
Capsule
killed a ton of people for
J2!
crashing a ship into the ocean
Blade
for
Knight.
you. Sword.
Burning
Fire.
Leo!
Fire.
Like crowd applause. Rocky.
Stone.
Poppy Bro Jr. Bum.
Mom.
Plasma Wisp.
Plasma.
Wheelie.
Wheel.
Wheel.
Chili.
Ice.
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 Ice, baby.
Samir. What?
It's a mirror. Mirror.
Dak.
It's a mirror.
What the hell?
Copy. Copy Dak. Copy cat. Oh, it's cat
Foxy.
backwards. Suplex.
Flex.
Bonkers.
Hammer.
Parasol Waddle Dee, aka Parasol D.
Parasol. He's quite wise, okay?
Yes. You can now play Milky Way Wishes.
You
Cool.
did it! Yay!
Milky Way wishes. The moon and
The
the,
moon
sun,
and the
are,
sun are
fighting.
fighting.
You must settle it. Help us comet at... What the hell? Help us comet at Galaxy's
Okay.
End? Fuck is that?
Just
I'm starting to get concerned, Raheem. I cannot be complicit in this. You can't tell me
Oh, this
what
is
to
the thing.
do.
This is the
Fountain of
Smash
Dreams.
Brothers stage.
Fountain of Dreams.
One day in the year something, the sun and the
In the
moon
year, who
began to
fucking
fight.
knows?
I can
day
see it
and
like
night.
this though. Grant is chillin' Bing. Here we go.
900瓦冰淇淋.
I give you what you want, except backwards.
Marks. Hey, hey, hey! Can you make this peace between the sun and the moon?
What the heck, game designers?
You need to ask the giant Comet Nova for help. Okay, that's capital N.
Have you ever
so it's
wanted to be
named
shot
Nova.
into the sun?
But first, there's something we must do. I know that thing!
Yes.
That's a bad
I know
thing!
that.
That's not a good thing! That's an
never
evil
know.
thing!
Zach
Well, it's a
Zach
good thing.
literally is the manifestation of Mr. Krabs. True.
money, 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 money.
We're counting on you. Good luck.
Krusty the Clown.
Wait, is this the first time that one of those like cosmic clocks has ever shown up in the Kirby game?
Yes.
Yo!
It's Nova.
Wow, I can't believe I just missed this game wholesale.
Yes. First time.
First
This one's
time.
In this game, Kirby can't copy the what? Oh my
Yeah.
god, look at his face! He can
But
do
don't
something that's
worry.
even more helpful. He can copy Essence Deluxe? When Kirby uses these essences, he permanently learn. What? Stock up on lots of different abilities. And all he has to do is tap on the lower screen to start using it.
Oh, so you have
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
So go nuts. What?
This is the
That's
difference
so
in the
weird.
generations.
Oh, it was John Cena. Oh wait, I feel like I recall seeing that. Yeah. Oh, it's just ice cream. Oh man, John Cena is like a surprise.
John
He's like a Jack in the Box. You never know what's gonna
Oh.
pop out.
There's a very conspicuous space all the way to the far bottom right, and I wonder if there's going to be a special ability that gets in there. Look for a hidden copy essence somewhere. Once again, is this a mechanic that has ever come back?
Nope.
What the hell, man?
Zach, no expectations, okay? That's what you need to always remember. If you're having fun, it'll never come back, okay?
Oh my god. Hello?
Yeah. Pick a planet.
Okay,
Pick
well,
a
I can't
planet,
be
my
here, I
friend.
guess. I'm gonna go to Grass Planet Floria.
Look at Kirby demolishing all organic life on the planet.
Whoa, that's a fucked up tree. The very first thing I did when I came to this alien world is 8 people.
Kirby's like,
have
well, what do you want me to
Also,
do? I was hungry.
It's very convenient that the things on this planet just so happen to look exactly like the things on my planet,
But purple.
but purple this time.
But different colors.
Purple.
Okay, well, I guess I can't go here then. What the hell?
The season's changed. Zach, in the tree.
Oh, that's fun.
The tree, Zach. It's been cut. Or it's dead.
It has a doily now.
Oh, it's so fancy.
Oh, right, you can't copy abilities, period. I forgot.
Nice.
Yo,
My
this is
Discord
gonna
has
be
been- Discord has been blessed with ice
season.
cream. Ah, yes. There we go. So much ice cream. You know what's interesting? Chocolate ice cream is like the only like chocolate like item that doesn't expressly like taste like chocolate. It's still great though.
What the hell are you talking about?
Have you ever eaten chocolate ice cream, Zach?
Yes, and it tastes like chocolate.
Have you ever eaten a chocolate bar, Zach?
Like a Hershey's bar? That's because Hershey's tastes like earwax. Chocolate.
I just said a chocolate bar. Not
Oh,
Hershey's.
Yes, I've eaten a chocolate bar and it tastes
They don't
like
taste
chocolate
the
ice
same.
cream. It tastes like
No,
chocolate.
you don't. No, Zach's.
What the
okay,
hell
wait.
are you
I always
talking
forget.
about?
I always forget. Zach's palate is that of a baby's. He can't
What are you
differentiate anything
talking
between
about?
anything. I forgot about this.
Have you guys
it's okay.
ever heard of that thing where instead of something tasting exactly like it tastes like something
Wait,
else?
how does Zach know what earwax tastes like? That seems like an obvious answer.
Well, it's because earwax
that-
is delicious, obviously.
There you go. And that's why Zach stocks up on Hershey's bars every Halloween.
I can't go in here. I thought there was like an invisible door there or something. Oh. Okay.
See, look. Mikey
don't-
gets it.
I
He's
don't
like,
know-
I'm not sure what chocolate ice cream wants to be.
poggers!
It has a soul of chocolate, but it's not on the level of chocolate. Like, are you talking about tastiness though, Mikey? Because I feel like it doesn't taste like exactly like chocolate, like in terms of like chocolate
so
bar,
much
but it's still
friend.
tasty. I feel like my man digs it out with the spoon and then gulps it. Zach, I feel like would do that, and then if you give him like an icy pop, he'd bite it.
Wait, can I do this and then just summon it? Yeah!
Yes.
Double fighter!
You have it
Let's go!
infinitely. You have it infinitely.
Let me go. Sorry, what does Mikey say? I'm
It
not
feels
sure
like
which
there's
chocolate
more
ice cream
milk
wants to
in it,
be.
Mikey.
Has
It's
soul
like-
chocolate. Oh, okay, that's what.
Like, you know
Sabo
how sometimes like coffee, right? They're like mochas or something like that. It's like it feels like heavy. Like you have this like heavy
Yo, how did I
milk
do that?
taste to it, which isn't the same thing as chocolate bar. Because I don't know,
don't-
like chocolate bars, you taste more like chocolate than the bar. But like chocolate ice cream is like there's more like cream taste to it. I mean, once again, technically not bad. I think Froyo is like the best. All I remember is, what is it? Dairy Queen here made like the best chocolate like Froyo. It has to be like aerated. See, in my mind, basically, if you can get chocolate ice cream to have the same texture as like a mousse, by that point it may have just been called a chocolate mousse, but that like I like that texture a lot with chocolate.
Oh. Break ice.
melting it.
Got it.
Mr. Karate Kid over here.
Zach, I thought we were already pretty informal with each other. I don't think there's a need to.
Break the ice. You know,
Saba's
Saba.
on fire today.
You know, Saba. Sometimes you are down on yourself and you say that you're not very funny. But I'm here to tell you that when you need to be,
That's
you
true.
are very funny.
I'm learning. I'm trying.
Saba is gaining mastery. Oh wait.
It's
Yeah, I
jumping.
don't need to chase after no fucking star. What's so funny?
Oh no!
was so
The
good.
consequences of my actions.
Actions can't have consequences. What are you talking
Oh, that was
about?
so
When
good.
will you learn? You can do an uppercut.
man.
You know that?
How do you do that?
Upbeat.
I'm here to. That's what I thought was gonna.
Yo,
was gonna happen,
fuck.
Mikey. Thank you.
I'm in the tree now.
People's laughs are really enjoyable to listen to. You know, not talking about myself. Zach though sounds evil. I feel like we always establish this. Grant,
No.
I don't know. I haven't heard enough of his laugh to kind of like classify him yet.
I don't laugh.
My
Grant does not
my
laugh.
sisters classify my laugh as wheezing.
That's
So like
it.
after about like I exhale when I laugh, so you just hear like a big.
Isn't that
when I
how
laugh.
you laugh in general? Like human beings? Don't you have to exhale in order to laugh?
No.
Why
Some
you trying to
people,
mine
some
data, you
people,
fucking alien?
like chortle going inward. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like crazy.
Yo, it's Twin Woods again.
Bobo
Versus
is the one that
Twin
goes.
Get
Woods.
close. Get
God,
closer to it.
I hope I get to fight them in different seasons.
closer to it.
Why?
I didn't realize Kirby
Because
like gained
you'll do that.
Oh, look at that.
environmentalism.
He is. He kills these woods every game.
I can't
Very
get any.
anti-
There you go.
Environmentalism.
Why
Oh
are
my
there
god,
worms falling out of the
rotating tree! Look, you hurt its feelings, Zach. Apologize.
Oh hey, it's this thing.
Oh, hey!
Apologies.
Hey,
What was
where's my
Kirby
duplicates?
bouncing off of?
Himself.
Real quick, Grant, what the fuck is happening with that star?
It's supposed to show you where you're going, where you should go next.
Why is it giving me an anxiety attack?
Then just fucking go there.
It's too fast, Grant.
I like this. Zach's laugh is some next psychic attack. Graph?
What are
Graph.
you saying the words?
Laugh is like your popular boy cool man laugh. And my laugh is just radioactive.
What the shit are these
What the fuck
categories?
are you talking about? We can't just say
focus!
words. We have to say
Zach!
words that mean things.
attack Zach!
This like our
Zach.
stream has no prestige at all, but we can't just be like AI generated conversations. Like they have to mean something.
Says you.
Grant!
I like speaking Simlish. Kasharbadu, Lida, Simarnita,
Simarnik.
God.
Warbaloo.
I think I'm brain dead.
Well, that's what
Zero
happens when you work
booty.
for a living.
This is true.
I will remind you, Raheem, unless you're pressing V accidentally, it is with the V. My name. Though I have seen a lot of people probably mess that up. So it's no biggie. But though I am no way, shape, or form related to the savannah, okay? Never been there. Don't think I will be.
Hello.
It's fine.
Hello.
It's the.
Peekaboo.
Hey Grant, you wanna do some roleplay real quick?
Yeah, what's
Oh
up?
my
You're
God.
Knuckle Joe and I'll be Kirby, and you're trying to get me to leave
Exactly,
my cannon
Mikey.
for the first time
A
in 2
baba
weeks.
baba boo boo poo.
Kirby, you gotta leave. You can't just stay in your cannon all day.
No, thank you.
No, you gotta get out of there. You can't just be. We gotta save the universe.
God, I wish I had like a filter to make it be like metallic echo, where like,
Give me one reason to leave this cannon.
We gotta save the universe,
Food!
Kirby.
Food,
That's not
Kirby!
about
The
fighting.
universe will be fine. It doesn't need me, okay?
I'm inviting you, Kirby, to a dinner party. Do you want my food or not?
who the hell said that?
Raheem, that's because I have to enunciate so it sounds Simlish. When I speak, half the time words just come out and I don't I can't talk. I don't know what I'm saying
Words
half the
do
time.
come out when you speak. That's kind of how we function. It's pretty sick.
Unless I use
I
my
read about
telepathic powers.
That's true.
Can those be? Are those still words? No, Knuckle Joe!
Is he on fire when you're underwater?
I think he's about to
Yeah.
die.
Bang! I shot him.
Holy shit! He's like he's not just dead. He's like super dead.
Yeah, I shot him.
All right. Well, I don't think I
I
can
know,
summon.
Sims should just
There
hire
you go. There you go. Now I got Parasaddle D, and then I can be the Knuckle Joe.
Ah.
Wow,
Knuckle
that's
Joe?
such a fun mechanic. You can
What
do
a
that
ride
in
this
the
has been.
edit? What, you think I fucking make YouTube videos?
You think I'm real?
Yes.
The accident was years ago. You have to let me go.
You have to let me go, Mikey. I've been dead for a year. The accident
Mikey.
was your fault, but you do have to move on.
Mikey, this is all just a VOD, Mikey. You have to remember that. I may be responding to you in the present, but this is just a VOD, Mikey.
This is a memory.
This is a memory. Post a picture of a boob.
This is. Oh.
Don't encourage it, Zach.
What?
Well, never mind. You have to mod it, not me. So never mind. Go ham.
Go ham?
What are you talking
I
about?
don't think I will.
You know,
Fine. Go chicken.
Okay, I will do that.
You put down ham. I raise you 2 chickens.
Oh, Bacock.
I will say, now that I'm trying, like, not that it's much of an effort, but now that I'm like making an effort to avoid more like red meats and whatnot, it is quite entertaining to have the conversation pretty consistently with people, to explain to them that just because it's called red meat doesn't mean that it's actually about the color of the meat. It's about the cholesterol content.
Zach, I don't think I've ever heard you say you're eating red meat. Like, whenever your dinner menu
It's always like
appears,
chicken or pasta. and
it's
stuff.
always chicken.
I believe me when I say I would love to have like fish as like a regular meal, but can't have that in the house. There you go.
You have a total of 17 apples, Raheem. I think that's how math works.
Hey, I'm Link now.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a long time since I've done maths. I just consult my calculator. I'm like, it's like whatchamacallit, it's like one of those fortune tellers. I'm like, oh phone, can you tell me what 10 minus 25 is?
Negative
And then it
15.
responds to me by saying no.
No.
It responds to you by saying you have a college degree.
It responds by saying ask me again later.
What is it, a magic 8-ball?
Yeah. That's just Sabo holding a magic 8-ball like to her ear,
This
going,
is my
"Yeah,
cell
mom, it's
phone."
great."
I hope I know basic maths.
I hope you don't.
Let's talk about favorite partner dynamics. Mine is dumbass but caring boyfriend and smart boyfriend who gets annoyed at everything because he loves the other.
Oh my god.
That is a good.
Have
That
I
is a
ever-
good dynamic. I'm not gonna lie.
The dynamic that's now popping up on like book, I guess, talk, even though I don't watch TikTok, like, you know, the book sphere is now, it's about like a grumpy character with like, you know, that's just kind of like dour, and then like the sunshine character, which is like bright and bubbly, which I'm like, that's great, but now we're talking about this too much and I don't want to hear it anymore.
Saturated.
I thought I sent this text, but apparently not.
You fool. Did you really think you
Please give us more details. I would love to hear more.
Yeah, please explain.
I would love to hear your thoughts.
Give me your social security number.
Give me your social security account, Saba.
Put your credit card information here.
Yes, please do that at once. Post haste, if you will.
Bruh, how do
What's
I
a fun
go
dynamic?
in this area?
I tend not to like a dynamic where like it feels like one of them always has like the upper hand and likes to tease the other like consistently. That just annoys me. Like, I imagine if someone did that to me, I would be so pissed off.
If someone did that to
That would fall
you,
right
it would
into
be
it.
stream content.
Oh my god. See, except Zach, you never. Okay, you literally may
I
have the upper
always
hand because you're
have the
taller
upper
than
hand
me.
on you, except for when I
Because you're
don't.
literally taller than me, except for the most parts you don't. So
Me,
I'm
most
okay.
parts.
All I need to do is
Yeah,
step
when
on
Saba
this
wears
ladder,
his
and then I'll
sweet
always
meatball
have the upper
stilts.
hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When Saba wears her
You
classic
can't do this to
stilts
me,
that she always
Raheem.
wears.
That's like trig stuff. I don't want to think about it. You're starting. Is this a nightmare?
Mikey, did you just respond to your own comment?
Little sus.
A little sus, man. God damn it.
Mikey, no.
Who made this? Who made this labyrinth?
No.
It was me. It was me.
I
did
can,
it.
okay. I know what isosceles triangle is, hypotenuse, and all that stuff. I don't just. What do you think we're doing here, Raheem? We're playing
Isosceles
games.
nuts.
This is no time.
Isosceles nuts, idiot.
This is no time for math questions. Unless
Oh
the
my
game asks it of
god,
me.
Grant.
Did I
Am I
ever tell you the
doing
definition of
this right?
insanity?
Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
You're right. You just keep going in the same ones.
Like, there's like a million pathways, man.
I'm looking at two different things, Mikey. Okay. My brain, I can't even talk. My head is being split into two directions.
You sure did.
Grant? Grant, buddy old pal?
Time. Yes, Zachary, my good friend.
I'm going to kill myself. I can't do this, man.
Yay!
Oh my god, this is it? Oh, give me a kiss. Here, have a syrupy kiss, and then a tomatoey kiss, and then a puddingy kiss.
You're basically giving him a full meal of kisses.
Hey, remember your
Is this
your old
the
pal?
whale?
Remember your old pal Fatty Whale?
Oh my god, he's got
red.
a pipe!
He's red now.
Wait, does that mean he's stronger?
Yes.
Oh my god, he looks fantastic.
It's Fatty Whale.
How'd you
What
say
you
that like a
done with your
Midwestern
outfit?
mom?
He looks fantastic.
Oh, your friend just looks fantastic over there.
With his pipe and his
With
bouncing
his pipe and his round nose and his corn cob pipe. Button nose.
His corn cob biting. It's biting nose.
I love you. I love
will
you,
say,
friend. He
Trig-
reminds me so
Trig
much of
was
someone
not
from my
fun.
childhood.
My childhood.
Did you just hit the man?
I remember when you used to bring your friends over.
I
He
miss
was a
back.
sweet
I miss
dear
back
boy.
when you actually.
Dead.
Dead.
Okay. All right,
my
motherfuckers.
God.
We're getting in on this. All right, double knuckle. Let's go.
Oh my
Don't
God!
fuck
See
with
that, but
knuckles, no.
that's science and black holes, Raheem. I will accept that. I will accept the if you're wanting to talk about space, Kirby, it relates. The composition of the interior of his body is that of like multiple spaces collapsing into 1 second, but when he opens his mouth, the space expands for a millisecond. So little does everyone know, everyone, whenever Kirby opens his mouth, dies instantaneously and then comes back to life.
The fuck
are you talking about? This is what I'm talking. You can't just do. You can't.
Wait, what can I not do, Zach?
God,
Tell
I wish I still had the mute button enabled. Just to let,
you're
I
dying,
need
Zach.
to
Come on, I
put
thought you were
Saba.
a big
I need to put
gamer.
Saba in like a glass tube for a little bit, just that way she can get all this out of her system.
No, see, instead of muting me, Zach just wants to put a filter over me as if I'm being muffled by something, but it's also still echoing within that, like, environment.
I'm gonna die again. Oh, good job,
Oh my
Rocky.
God, Rocky!
Rocky, just live,
I
because
know
I'm
I'm
not.
spitting facts. See, that's the thing. Once I start spitting facts, Zach suddenly calls me a madman and wants to silence me.
I did it.
Did that whale just expand and shrink?
Don't you?
See, it's all part of the black hole quantum theory.
Oh
makes
God,
sense.
I would have loved it way more if Rocky just didn't move instead of dancing. What the
Alright, I gotta
hell, dude? Look at how fast it's moving.
I've got to get going. Goodbye.
It's
Like, oh no, don't leave me with
Goodbye.
Saba.
Goodbye.
You were here for an hour.
Bye!
All right, well, stream's over, everybody. Good night.
Zach's leaving. We're leaving. So, Zach,
What can I do for you, Saba?
how's it going? Zach?
I'm gonna treat
how
you
do you-
like a T-Rex in Jurassic Park. I'm just gonna not engage until you're no longer
So-
hostile.
So Zach, how do you really feel, Zach? Tell me. Tell me, what is truly going on in your mind right now, Zach? I see pure silence.
I have a solution to this. I can't mute Saba because that would go against my agreement that I
would
have
go
with
a
her.
grant.
That would go against the agreement that I have with Saba. So instead, I can do this. Perfect. I can now afford a little bit of peace. How's it going, Mikey? What do you want to say? What the hell? Who's posting stuff? Oh, it's been Raheem. Okay. You can listen, or you can listen to me begging for Poke Park. All right, well, Mikey, I'm here to tell you, you have to make a decision right now. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have Poke Park, or would you rather have Poke Park or Psychonauts
Poke Park.
1?
Poke Park.
Well, I'm asking Mikey because he won't shut the fuck up about Poke Park.
Hey, Raheem, I appreciate those bars. You know it's a cool game.
Oh, excuse me. All right, so that's already 2 things I'm gonna need to go back for when I have the firepower at some point. Or I guess
Oh man,
Bird
I thought
can
you would
do
start
it as
making
well.
it with him. The bird?
I have broken past streamer. Mikey, I just asked you which one would you rather do first? Fucking Poke Park or Psychonauts? There's nothing to break. I'm willing to play Poke Park. It seems interesting.
Which one takes longer? Maybe you want to do the shorter one first.
I mean, I'm just whichever one he doesn't pick, I'm just never gonna play.
Oh my god.
Don't call me a bear.
See, Mikey, if you say Psychonauts, I can demand for Poke Park. And then the demand is just not coming from one side. Because I do want to see Poke Park. Gosh, Raheem, make sure to get good sleep. What's happening? Zach's just siphoning through dimensions at the speed of light.
Siphoning?
Yes. You heard me right. I was about to go like crazy and be like, yes, you heard me left, Zach.
Ah, got it. Okay.
He got it.
Rocky, can you get over here? I need to give you a kiss. Thank you.
I could give you a kiss.
All right. Oh, there's bird power. Thank God.
Ooh, thanks, Mikey. I thought Poke Park was like a lot slower, and especially if we can. Who chooses which game to stream, Raheem? So on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, it's still mainly like Zach's choice because half the time he's like showing us like games or he's like being introduced to games.
I'm the one that owns video games. If other people pick stuff,
like...
we'd be playing MS Paint.
Regardless, is like Zach's never played this, so someone else suggested him, but he's the one playing it. Like the weekday stuff is like me playing my games because I want to finish them.
This is a different one.
Well, we give suggestions.
Oh,
like Raheem in the Discord, there is game suggestions. So Zach sometimes takes that, though he does have a very long list of stuff he already wants. Oh man, what am I looking at here?
I'm gonna die. Hope not. Ta-da! And then I can get a new wing power. Now I just have a second bird on. My ability to kill Krako appears to not be incredible at the moment.
Up G game? I don't know. You have to ask that to Zach. Zach says yes or no. Zach's the one that confirms whether or not.
What game?
He just said top G.
Like the Top Gun game?
I don't know. Maybe.
Psychonauts is 21 hours. Yes, I'm aware.
Oh God! No, Raheem.
There we go.
Raheem. No. 9. There is no AT here.
Need you to actually hit this man, please.
A Top Gun game would be pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice. Oh, never mind. Dying.
Oh, wow. Am I serious?
No, Sir Kibble.
Just as serious as Zach is playing this game.
I'm just trying to kill him, man.
I may not be able to fight you in real life, Raheem.
There
but
you
I
go.
can sure as
Jesus.
hell throw the word, I can fight you.
Whew. All right. Well, there's no way I'm gonna be doing this without my friends, so I'm gonna do Mr. Cutter. There we go.
Simpsons game? Okay, now you're throwing out stuff that I'm not aware of. Zach, have you played Simpsons game?
There's a lot of Simpsons games.
Okay, you gotta be more specific.
Planet Hot.
That's why I said Raheem, I cannot fight you in real life. But here, I can throw fighting words. Oh my god, that guy just looks like Kirby. Oh my gosh, he's dead! I think you're hurting yourself, Zach. Oh my god, finesse?
Maybe not the best thing to do, I guess.
There's Simpsons Hit and Run, Simpsons Road Rage, Simpsons the Game. That's a lot of Simpsons.
Sleep. Oh, do you not get the... Oh, you don't get a heal from sleep in this game? I guess not. Did that do anything?
Oh, I need to switch this. Okay, missed Mikey's thing. Okay. So the Poke Park, for Poke Park, it's 16 and a half hours. And for Psychonauts, it's 21 hours. So in theory, Poke Park is shorter. But Poke Park is more of a mini-game collection within an adventure game, where Psychonauts has more to offer. And then Raheem says those Simpsons games that I was talking about were the 3 best. And all 3 were on PS2. There you go, Zach. What are you gonna do with that information?
Possibly nothing. We'll see.
Okay.
I heard Simpsons Hit and Run is pretty good. Of the ones that were suggested, Simpsons Hit and Run is the most likely to be on the show at some point.
I never watched Simpsons. That era of Simpsons, Rick and Morty, and then all of that is not my jam.
Those do not intersect. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying stuff with that kind of humor and not I guess I don't know. Okay, maybe I should stop talking time-wise because I suck at knowing what time's associated with what. So I guess I'll just say that those humors, the type of humor. What else is close to that?
South Park, I guess.
Yeah, South Park isn't probably my kind of humor. Probably anything. If you were to say it, I'd probably say yeah, nah, that's not it. I know what The Simpsons is, Mikey. I just didn't watch it. Okay, I will say, I'm leaving you guys alone. I'm not trying to kick the bed and kind of be yo, this thing sucks. I'm just making up random, idioms now, okay? Poke the bear, kick the bed, right? I'm not trying to start no fight. It's just not my thing.
I'm not gonna play the Family Guy PS2 game. I will tell you. I will tell you that.
Oh yes, Family Guy. That's also something I'm probably not into. I've got kid humor.
Saba's not into anything that's not Genshin Impact.
We're talking about TV shows right now.
Yeah.
But they are making a Genshin Impact anime, so
And I'm sure it deserves
you're
it.
semi-not. You're not wrong.
I'm sure that there's definitely enough content to make a TV show.
Yeah, okay, I don't even know how, but I believe I've watched a little bit of that South Park Fractured Butthole. So,
I mean, the South Park game's pretty good.
I don't even remember in what context I watched that, because I did not play it.
Most likely a stream, if I had to guess.
You know what, Mikey? You may be right.
What the hell? Oh, look at this guy!
That's totally fine. He nuts what different tastes are, you know? That's what I enjoy.
Except when
but
you're
at the
wrong.
same time, I like Zach. Zach also just looks at any anime game and he's like, that's Genshin.
It is, though.
There you go. Point proven.
You can try to be sassy about it all you want, but it is just Genshin. You can't name a single anime game that's not just Genshin
I'm not
Impact.
gonna lie. Yo Gabba Gabba was on my TV, but not because I wanted it there, but because I have a younger sister and she watched it, so it was there. Not to say I hated it or anything. I was just like, okay, it's like a kid's show. I was old enough to kind of be like, this is a little too kiddie for me now.
Maybe I can do... Let's do sword. Make that my ally.
Raheem's jumping on your train, Zach. He said to me, any anime or anime game that isn't Baki, Pokemon, or Naruto is just Genshin.
It is true, though. You can pretend otherwise, but you just be wrong.
See, I very much enjoyed Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know how, like, if there's a quantity between, or like, what is it? If there is like a line between, and one side is like South Park, and I don't know what the other side is supposed to be. What's like
Dora the Explorer, I guess? Like, because I don't know what you're trying to get at. You're trying to say that you don't necessarily like adult humor, and that's totally fine. But the way that you're choosing to, like, convey this information is the most roundabout and confusing thing I have ever heard. You're allowed to not like adult humor.
No,
that's totally
that's
fine.
the thing. Where is Fairly Odd Parents in the scale between adult humor and kid humor?
It's obviously a child's show.
Well, sure, but like,
what do you mean? Like, in the
it's
scale
not Dora
between
the
the two,
Explorer.
it's entirely
It's
on
not
children's humor.
yeah, but it's not Dora the Explorer, right? If this was the scale, right,
That's
between 1 and
baby. That's
100,
baby show.
100 being South Park, where would Fairly Odd Parents be?
Wait, and the scale is South Park
1
to Dora the Explorer or whatever?
I guess you said Dora. I
to,
don't know
to
any other.
Paw Patrol?
Oh,
I don't
God,
know.
Paw
It's
Patrol.
probably somewhere in the teens. Maybe a little higher
I
than
think
that.
it would at least be a 40.
Definitely not a 40.
30.
I
like that.
would
30 's
still
why.
argue against 30. I would say I would allow to go as far as like high 20s, and that's it.
Raheem said Fairly Odd Parents is both because there's adult humor, but we just didn't understand it because we were young. What about SpongeBob, Zach?
SpongeBob is kid, obviously.
Oh my God. See, Zach just hasn't revisited them. He doesn't understand the complexities of what we had as a kid. Is that the chef?
Not anymore.
Oh my God, you killed the man that provides you food.
He doesn't provide me anything.
SpongeBob was pretty scary at some parts.
In
There was some
at-
accident.
in some of the middle seasons, sure, that's true.
What else was there? That was like, the humor was kind of like, I don't know, man. Trying to remember stuff is difficult.
Man, if only you were like, I don't know, playing a video game while trying to have a conversation, that'd make it a lot more difficult, I find.
See, Zach, I have a hard enough time. It is. What the heck just happened?
Did you see that shit? And then he got hurt? What the hell? Sir Kibble, why? Alright, welcome back, Sir Kibble.
Sir Kibble.
And speaking of kids shows, Saba should check out Bluey.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be fair, when I had to watch Bluey a little bit, when my, I don't even know what he is. I guess he's my cousin, was born, because he was like super young, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, some episodes of Bluey are like, have themes to them, and I'm like, that's really cool, actually. It's not literally just like colors and flashing lights on a screen. Like the some of the episodes like do try to teach kids like why certain things are important, which I think is really nice.
Euphemism of yeah, I saw that, Mikey, that you put that in there. I'm just gonna stick to my OG, which is freaking Jackie Chan Adventures.
Jackie Chan Adventures. You know, Jackie Chan Adventures probably gauges more towards like the teen demographic, so I would describe that as being in like the high 30s.
Are you talking about the company, Raheem? Because I think we say Nike, not Nikki. Because Nike's also like, isn't that the Greek thing, Zach?
Yes. Which, by the way, I didn't say it before, but I do want to make sure that you understand that it's not Hecate, it's Hecate.
I always used to say Hecate.
How do you pronounce Hades' wife's name? Is it Persephone or is it Persephone?
Let me remind you, Zach, English is weird, okay?
I'm not saying it's not weird. I super agree. However, I'm just here to tell you that is how it's pronounced.
Say it again, please.
Hecate?
Hecate? Okay,
Yep.
I need to
Hecate.
look this up. Oh, no practice. I just needed to... Wow! Never before in my life have I heard that.
Like, it's not Dionysus, it's Dionysus. You know?
Never before. I guess it was just one of those things that I read, and that's how I thought it sounded, and no
Yeah.
one's ever told me otherwise.
And that's totally fine. Like, I still pronounce Hephaestus like different every time because I don't remember how to pronounce it. So it's totally fine. It's not something to be like to be too bent out of shape about. It was just a sort of thing where it's just like,
crazy,
if we
man.
end up talking about it in the future on the show and like somebody's in chat, they'll call you out on it because it's Hecate, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna put that in the words I've mispronounced in my for my whole life. Because I always thought it was
I think I told you about. Did I tell you about how when I was
Adidas.
younger, I didn't say
Adidas?
paladin, I said paladin.
Paladin? I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
Well, I mean, you haven't heard me say that because I'm not a child anymore, but when I was a child, I used to say paladin because I read it before I heard it, and when you look at it,
Yeah.
it's the two A's
Paladin, that
are
makes
separated
sense.
by a single consonant.
Palais. That's interesting. Adidas.
Yo, aw. All right, I'm gonna wham this guy. Holy shit, look at all the
Okay.
damage.
What am I seeing stuff? Mims. Well, I've learned something new today.
Yeah. Like there are people on like Twitter who were pronouncing the main character's name as like Malone. Like as in like
Melanoe? Was I right? I actually don't even know whether or not
it is
right.
Melanoe. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously short wise you would just say Mel, but it was just funny because
See you
like
later,
people
Raheem. Good evening.
I just liked people saying Malone, like Post Malone the rapper.
Post Malone. That is a fish. Pinky fish. Pinky Fish Friday. Well, this was fun. I can't
I got a
believe
rock
he left
power.
us so early.
Well, he said that his parents were visiting.
Oh, did he?
Yes. You would know
That's
that if you
nice.
were late.
I arrived perfectly on time. Let me remind you, my stream
Yeah, and
just
then you had
started
to
late.
set up, so you're late.
How dare you? Say such things to me.
You're not late for me. Like it doesn't really matter because we hadn't really started yet. But you were late by definition. Oh hey, it's the guy again.
He mid.
So mad. Oh my god, he deals so much damage. It's weird because in this mode the bosses have like actual health bars.
I think I would prefer not to see the bosses. No, actually, depending on how difficult the game is, like if it was a Souls game, I feel like I would like to see the health, just because I'm like, gosh, it's so difficult to fight him. No, he's dead!
Actually, he just saved
Never mind,
himself by
he's
eating a
dead.
rock.
Good job, Rocky!
Is Rocky the MVP in this mode since he has immunity sometimes?
By the way, what is your preference? Do you like seeing the boss's health bar?
For the most part, yeah. It depends, cause like in the when we were doing Earthborn, I didn't mind not seeing the boss's health because it was a lot more. It was a lot more like intense, right?
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. But I think under most most circumstances, I would like to see the health bar so I can get an estimation as to like how long it's gonna take to beat the boss. You know?
Yeah.
Because
That
you brought
doesn't
up
look
because you brought
Souls
up Dark
game.
Souls, right? And I think that's one of the best
Yeah.
things that happens in Elden Ring. Because Elden Ring, you can do the worlds out of order, or sorry, not worlds. You can do the areas out of order. And one of the things that's really obvious is that when you walk into a boss arena and you swing twice at an enemy, if you don't see their health going down, like you're dealing damage. But if you don't see it on their health bar, that's an immediate sign of like, I am not supposed to be here. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Dick. I think this is the last planet.
I think there's one more, but I think under almost all I think the default should be having a health bar, and then you have to have a good reason for not having a health bar. You know what I mean? Like you know a game a game that does like boss fights with no health bars really well, Monster Hunter. Because
I haven't played, so okay, I'll take your word for it.
well, because the thing with Monster Hunter is that there's no like on-screen health bars. He turned into a fish statue. There's no on-screen health bars, but what they have instead, what they have instead is the bosses will get physically like progressively
Yeah, so
more
there's a physical
damage.
representation.
Yeah, so you can tell when the boss is all fucked up and bruised and like
I
broken.
like that. I
you can
think
be
if
like,
there's like a subtle cue, I really like that. And then
I think
like,
that's by
well, if it's,
far
like,
the
really,
most
really dark.
preferable, but it takes a lot of effort to do, you know? Can I can run to beat the air, and then I can float. Yeah, you like that?
There
Do you
you
like
go. Cool guy.
Do you like
No,
that?
You just smashed him.
I love Hammer, dude.
Zach's cleaning up.
Special delivery. Pain. Ooh, I got Yo-Yo. I'll keep Hammer, I think, for now. Hammer seems good. Oh, there you go.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be eating tonight. I guess I'll see once I get off stream.
You want to take a
Do
wild
you
guess
eat
what I
before
had?
coming on stream?
I did. You want to take a wild guess what I had?
Pasta and chicken.
Well, not pasta and chicken. I just had pasta, but
Okay. Well,
I think that's one of the
Can't-
things that I'm
not
really
being
gonna look forward to
predictable.
when I eventually, either through hell or high water, when I eventually am able to move out of my parents' house again. I think that's one of the things I'm gonna look forward to the most is being able to buy my own food, so I can actually buy something that's not just pasta and chicken. You know what I mean? That'd be nice.
I recently started making like risottos again.
Okay.
And wow, it's tasty. Risottos.
Sure. Take your word
And
for it.
like normally they're like, oh, you should probably use like a little bit of wine with that. And I'm like, bruh, like you make it and it's like it is fine, right? But you can make it without it and it's just as good, which I'm like happy about. You just need chicken broth, a lot of chicken broth. And finding specifically risotto rice is like sometimes difficult, so.
Well, there you go.
Keys.
Hello, do we have any bosses in here that'll give me powers?
Ouch.
Why is he red?
Ouch.
No, just give me a tomato. I love Rocky walking. Look at him go.
He waddles. Yo, look at this dude.
He looks like a Muppet.
Look, he's dead.
There you go.
I should check to see if there's any. Oh, yo, bunch of messages.
Fish statue. Cookie. He's dead.
Look to him.
Cookie.
I'm gonna try opening up Steam. I want to see if there's any. I played the Bits and Bob's demo.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. the bird one was really hard. For some reason, like every single time, like I would press it, like whenever the bird chirps like one time, I'd always instinctively want to press it immediately. I always forget there's like 2 chirps before I
Holy
press.
shit.
I'm going to demo at some point the Mineko Night Market one.
Sure. You let
see
me,
how that
know
is.
how you enjoy that. Or if you enjoy it, I guess. I'll assume you will.
Wish list. Oh, Graveyard Keeper is 60% off.
Please die.
It was originally 20 and now it's $8. Good Life is 30% off, though it went from like 30 to being like 20, which I don't.
It's
I
still
don't know if
very
that's enough
it's
to
still
tempt
very
me.
expensive for what you get. And also
Yeah,
the
it's not
performance
enough
of
to
that game is
tempt
garbage. Like technical performance.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Did I
I could probably wait on Graveyard Keeper.
Did I see? I told you there was another planet at least. Did I tell
Oh my
you about
God, they appear.
Did I tell you about what was it? It was one of the, cuz like, you know, the Good Life is made by the same guy, well, same people, I guess, that made like Deadly Premonition 1 and 2, so it's going to be weird, right? Like purposefully.
Yeah.
The whole idea, you know, because we played the demo, is like, oh, there's a bunch of like weirdos in town or whatever. You remember the one character where she's like a farm, like she works on a farm, but she only ever uses one half of her body for physical labor, and then the other half she uses for like when she's socializing. Do you remember this at all?
I remember someone in a wheelchair. I remember like a witch type person.
Obviously that's not what
I
I'm
don't know if I
referring to,
remember.
but good. So the like over under of this character is that whenever you like first talk to her in the full game, she's always like, she never faces you, she's always perpendicular to you. And when you first meet her, depending on what time of day it is, she'll either be facing left or right. And when she faces left, you just see like a pretty lady, right? Just like a normal pretty lady sort of thing. And she's like talking and whatever. And then like if it's in the early morning when she's working, she faces right. And you see that like giant muscle bound like farm woman, because she like can lift cows with one arm. And it's like, what the fuck? And then like at the halfway point in the game, all the like citizenry get together to like have a meeting, and you get to see her head on for the first time, and it looks like she is 2 separate people that have been fused together down the middle. It's really funny.
I don't remember that one specifically.
Well, because that
but
wasn't in the
does sound
demo.
pretty great.
Well, I mean, she was in the demo a little bit, but not by much. Is this okay? Oh. I hope I'm okay.
I think I'll still wait off because I was introduced to Graveyard Keeper by my friend, but I'm like, there's a lot more stuff that I'd rather get first.
Sure.
I put Blanc on my wish list.
Okay.
Are you interested in Blanc?
I don't
I don't know if
remember.
it's co-op. It's a cooperative game, though. I don't know if it's like... It makes sense if it was like 2-player. And I put the Tiny Glade on my wish list. I don't know. Are you interested in like games like Tiny Glade? Like it feels
No.
like
I can tell
You're
you with
not.
in a definitive way. It's not very
'Cause it-
strategy oriented, which is what would make me interested in it. So so I don't really
like,
have
the
much.
reason I was like, I compared it to Dwarf Romantic, and like you're like, oh, this is a calming game. Like I feel like it has that same element, but you
mean,
actually want something
But
that's a
Dwarf
bit of
Romantic's a
strategy.
puzzle game, whereas the thing that whereas Tiny Glade is a
Yeah. So
it's
that's the
like
difference.
a city
Okay.
builder, you you know. Oh, you
Okay,
can
that's
use
interesting to know.
you can use the rock to break those little pedestals. That's good. That's good to know. Bye, Rocky. I'll miss you.
Okay, so that's nice. Was there anything else I added to my wish list that was like interesting? Oh, Hades 2! Exciting!
82, very exciting.
Okay, so a lot of the stuff is still in. How long does early access take normally?
I mean, it varies widely.
Very long. Yeah. depending on when they started it.
Some
'Cause-
companies use early access as like a marketing tool where essentially it's just free marketing to say that something's in early access. Some people use it as an excuse to release something early and then fix it later. A lot of like AAA companies do stuff like that. For something like Hades, for example, Hades 1 was in early access for 2 years, I want to say. Maybe a little longer.
And that was
than
probably to like.
Well, that was the game wasn't the game. Not only was the game not finished when
Like
they
to
first
balance the
sold it,
game.
exactly. But because like the thing was that when the game first came out, it was just that first area and only had I think 3 weapons in it. And so as they added more content, they balanced it as they went. And you know, I'm not necessarily here to say that I think that was the wrong thing to do. I think it was very effective. It's just a little disappointing that it took so long is all.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I would assume farming sims. It would be about like if you have a lot of features, is to see if like there's any bugs in the features, or to like.
Yo,
a little bit of
dude, the
marketing.
ally for Hammer is just straight bonkers.
What is he? He's a monkey.
He's a monkey. There you go. This is an awesome ally. This is exactly the ally that I wanted. Yeah, I don't know. For like farming sims and stuff, it varies. Like I said before, it varies widely. You know.
Variety is indeed wide.
That's like asking how long did it take to finish a painting. Like I don't know. Could be any amount of time. Right?
True.
I could draw a single straight line on a canvas and say that I'm done.
You could just buy the canvas and say you're done.
Exactly. It's an art. You don't understand. It's a statement.
Of course. It's a statement about
you being an
anti-art.
idiot.
No, it's a statement about not being able to start something in the first place, but still needing to turn it in.
You're very good at this. That is genuinely like I could see someone saying that. like at an art gallery. It's just a blank canvas and it's about not being able to start.
This blank canvas describes my frustration at art block.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good, Saba.
Oh my god, he's here! Hit him!
Were you here for this fight last time we did it?
I did. I saw it.
These are great. Well, that was easy. What the hell is even that?
136
Holy Christ.
damage!
Oh my god. Bonkers, no!
It's raining!
Man, Hammer seems really good. Oh, look at the dragon!
The Great Dragon!
Oh, I can smack him with the hammer though.
It hurts.
Hey, dragon, you want to come down?
Bonkers!
Bonkers, I need you to hit somebody. Bonkers, buddy,
Okay,
old pal.
proceeds to smack you.
Oh my god.
Fire!
Well,
Yo, Bonkers is almost dead.
it's okay. I can just petrify
Petrifies
itself.
itself.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, he's taking no damage. Or, like, less damage, I guess. Oof, oof, oof.
You are low health, sir.
There you go.
But
I just
he
hammered
has
the dragon to
survived.
death, that's all.
You've done it. You've gained XP.
What the fuck?
Yo! Who is that? What is that? He's gone.
That was my ally. I killed him so I could turn him back into Bonkers.
Oh, after that was like...
Your kindness went up
yo.
by 5. Your roundness went up by 4. Your friendship went up by 5. Ta-da! That was easy. Man, I like Milky Way wishes a lot. This is fun.
Nice. Off to the next one.
Oh, that's
never
the
mind.
clock.
The end?
That's the clock. So, do you remember? Because I remember there were like 2 areas. Yeah. Okay. So there's So you see how there's like little dots there down at the bottom? So this one I'm missing 2 power-ups, I think. I think that's what that means. Again, apparently playing Hot Beat, I'm missing at least 2. Jesus. All right, so I'm gonna go back here.
We're not trying 100%. Are you trying 100% this?
Well, I mean, I feel like some of the powers might be useful.
I don't know. It seems like Hammer Time's pretty good.
You are definitely correct. I can't say that you're wrong. There you go. Now it's fall. Welcome back. Oh, I kissed him, which caused him to die.
What a deadly kiss. I like the stars underwater. It's fun.
It is fun. It's a fun aesthetic. I guess I should just make
What if
frog.
there was no stars in the sky? What if it was flipped? What if there was stars in the ocean and then in the sky was all of like the creatures?
Are you high?
No, I'm quite low to the ground.
No,
sir.
I'm quite low to the ground. It's true. She is. This is a fact.
I am.
Now I do think it's an interesting visual that you have proposed. However, I would like to remind you that space is vastly larger than the ocean. So the concept of there being a comparable like percentage of creatures in space as there are in the ocean would be terrifying.
Yeah, just think about it. Like, there's.
I am thinking about it, and it's scary.
No, I'm thinking, like, okay, so, like, I'm gonna air quote death to space, but, like, the further out you get into space, it's similar to, like, the further you go down into the ocean.
Right, where there's still a bunch of fish,
So
but
you
now
don't
they're
have to
just.
worry about it.
But
So you
they're
don't have
just
to worry about it.
terrifying.
All the big
But
scary
there's a
guys
lot
are
of
way,
fish that
way
exist
far
a
into
lot
space.
closer to us.
But they're not as scary as the ones that are all the way into the deep depths, darks of the ocean.
I mean, I guess there's like sharks and stuff.
But sharks are fine. They're kind of cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, just think about it, Zach. The closer you get to ground level, though, like, that's more difficult for them.
But-
like, they have to stay up to a certain level. Like, they can kind of get close.
Fuck. But can the space fish enter our atmosphere?
Maybe some of them can get close, yeah.
Because fish can't do that.
Fish, I imagine, like, cloud level. Maybe, like, some basic fish can get pretty close, but then, like, whales and stuff, they're, like, more in, like, the sky. Same with sharks.
All right, you're winning me over with this a little bit. I still think it's a terrible idea.
Well, just
but-
imagine how cool it will be. You'll have, like, jellyfish just floating in the sky and whales, and you're seeing all that, and then you look down, and then there's just an ocean of stars. And there's, like, comets and stuff whistling through the ocean.
The logistics of this fantasy are very untenable. It's like because once again, because they have, you know, in this they have stars in the water, and it's like, yes, it's very pretty. But now that what you're proposing is like, what if we switch space and the ocean? How would that be? And it's like, yeah, I'm sure it would look really cool. But Saba, like, what would you do with like the sun and like planets and black holes and stuff? Those exist in space.
That's too far into space. We'll just be concerned with at least
Saba,
a couple
the
of layers of
ocean is
atmosphere.
here. you can't just be like, I don't want.
You mean, okay, never mind. Okay, wait. You're talking about everything in space going into, okay.
That's what you were saying, wasn't it?
Yes. Now black holes, I would say, are at like kind of like vortexes at the bottom of the ocean.
You're saying it's like a whirlpool.
Yeah, kind of, except it's kind of just like there's this one pressure, so it's like it sucks stuff in and you kind of just get trapped in the middle of the vortex.
But that's not what black holes do.
I know, I'm trying to find an equivalency to how this works.
Yeah, like
I guess it could just be self-contained at
The
the
sun's
bottom.
a pretty big one. It's there. How does that work?
You know how like giant volcanoes are at the bottom of the ocean?
Kinda. Also, we should pay attention to this, maybe?
I am.
Where the
I'm
hell did we
looking
get
at
these
it.
stars from?
Friendship.
Ready.
Yo.
I will grant you one wish.
And he's just Pollo, and he's like, okay. Oh my god!
I
He's
want to
evil!
control Popstar. 3, 2, 1, go! It went all according to plan. I got the sun and the moon to fight. I got you to go into space. And now
Oh
I look
my
like this
God.
fucking thing.
That's scary.
Now Popstar is all mine.
I can cause all the mischief I want. Is this really how you want to go out, sir? By just causing mischief?
Wait, all the stars are dead. Yo! Yo! What is this even?
What is this even? I like your way of thinking.
I like the clock just has like jet engines on the back.
I like how the sun and moon are like kind of the same size.
Yeah, that's also silly. Oh, they're pushing back against it. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so if you hold the button, you shoot slower, but if you mash, you hit faster, but you have to mash. Oh my god, it's fucking, it's Gradius.
All of this was very exciting. So Zach
Ow.
concurs and agrees with my swapping of the space in the.
Definitely not. I think it's a cool aesthetic. Practically, like in real life, obviously that would not work, but it would look very nice. I think it would look nice for the 30 seconds that we would be alive.
That we would view it for.
Oh, I died. I didn't even make it halfway. I don't think.
What if you just stay there and don't move?
I have to dodge some of this stuff later, but I could probably just mash for a while.
I can't believe you moved.
I had to. The people were shooting
You
stuff at
broke. You broke our trust, Zach.
me. For trust?
The card game is pretty good.
Who's R in this context?
The Genshin card game is pretty good, Zach. Not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Uh-huh.
I am having the best time.
Try not to die.
You're doing pretty good on health.
Please give me a heal before some sort of boss. Oh no. That worked.
Look at that heart in the middle.
It's pretty nuts. This whole apparatus.
Oh my god!
I'm mashing as hard as I can, dude.
And they're breaking. Look, they're broken. Did some of them
Oh?
already?
Oh my god, now it's going
They're
backwards? That's gonna really suck for some of the ones that I didn't break.
Can you avoid them? Just go underneath it.
Oh, there's like, yeah, okay.
Ouch, ouch,
Got that
ouch,
one?
ouch.
Got that one?
Ouch.
All right, there's literally one left, and it's way over there.
Can you see them in the background?
I like this little Kirby sprite. There you go. Boss is dead, hypothetically. What, did I just blow up the giant clock?
I already gave the guy his wish.
Yeah, so I guess I gotta go beat Mark still.
What?
All right, bonkers, let's go. Oh, hi, Marks. Oh, hi, Marks.
Oh, hi, Marks.
He doesn't actually have that much health.
You don't
they
have that
also
much health,
did,
though.
yeah,
Be
I'll say they
careful.
also didn't heal me, which is a little annoying. Oh, those are cactus seeds, I guess.
Come.
It'd be nice if Bonkers could hit him.
You're almost there.
Look at his
Spec him.
face. He must have a second phase.
Part 2.
Oh no. Holy
Oh my
Christ.
god. That... I didn't expect that to happen. And Kirby saves the day, and he goes back home. And the sun and moon reconcile. Okay,
I did
guess
it.
You did it.
I whooped Marx's ass.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
No, was it all just a dream, Zach?
Oh shit. Or am I now sleeping after having saved the world?
The world may never know. You did it!
I did it! Now, that being said, this is a Kirby game, so there is absolutely a true ending. I'll be making attempts to get to that tomorrow, I guess. My plan is that after this weekend, we are done with Kirby MK Ultra, just like wholesale. So if I can get the true ending tomorrow, that'll be sick. If not, maybe we'll come back
This
one
is,
day.
I think, the fastest game we've played to date. Feels like it.
I guess so. I mean, I guess there were some indie games that we beat in like a single stream, but like, yeah, I don't know. This is
just
fun
felt
though.
like fast-paced. Look at that cloud!
I'm like,
It's Kirby. Oh, I think these are just scenes, not clouds.
glad you picked up on that. Yeah, because that was from the first one where we defeated King Dedede, remember?
King Dedede?
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 King Dedede?
It's never going away. Dedede is now just Dedede in my mind.
Dedede.
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 Dedede. Ne. Ne.
God, that'd be such a long name. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
What's another one?
I love this joke. I need
It's
to
just
stay
his name.
forever.
You just keep adding na.
Still
Man,
thinking.
as soon as I start trying to think of some, I
Yeah,
can't
and
think of
then
any
everything
video
goes
game
away.
themes.
Everything disappears once you actually start trying to think about it.
What is that?
I don't know.
You just okay? Now you're just singing.
I'm trying to see if I can sing a little bit to try to like trigger a memory of like a sound. I don't remember this from Charge.
There you go. That one's good. Oh yeah, actually, I just realized we still have an hour left to stream.
Yeah, Zach. I was like, okay. I was like, are we staying?
I thought we were. I thought we were like closer to the end of stream because it's like we did. Like I feel like we did a lot in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Things are going mighty
How
fast.
laboratory?
Laboratory? He's gonna say thanks for playing. I like thanks for playing. It's cute.
And more. We didn't get the true ending. You can now play Revenge of the King and Arena, and
there's
Meta
two
Knight
more.
Ultra, and Helper Hero, I guess. Sound
two more,
test
Zach.
mode has also been added. All right, well, Revenge of the King. King DDD demands revenge. Will he finally reign victorious over his age-old nemesis?
Careful, he's serious this time.
Is it just a fight? Look at his evil fuck.
How are your eyes shining this brightly in the darkness? DDD.
He's part cat.
Ah, okay.
Can't you tell?
I just thought he has luminescent eyeballs.
Well, like a car's headlights.
Yeah.
I remember one of the things that I said when I was younger. That was
Purple plants.
that was in retrospect quite embarrassing. There was this girl that I went to school with in middle school, and the thing was that she had like really dark irises, like not even like dark brown, like almost black irises, and she would often like, you know, kind of squint a little bit. So the long and the short of it was that she essentially had like no whites on her eyes, unless she opened her eyes really wide, and then suddenly her eyes were like mostly white. And I remember I was like, oh my god, it's like you turned the headlights on. And she looks at me like I'm crazy, and I was like, what? It was just because your eyes are so white because you never opened them. And she was like, okay, and she just like kept going. And I was like, I don't know, I didn't think it was like that weird. I only learned like years later that apparently, quote unquote, turning on the headlights is like pseudocode, like vernacular for telling a woman that her nipples are hard. And I was like, that's not what I meant at all.
Oh my god. Zach.
Well, I didn't. I mean, it's not my responsibility to know all of this fucking weird shit.
At the beginning of this whole story, for a second, I was like, "Oh no, Zach, you didn't call her triangular, did you?"
Triangular?
Yes.
Why?
I will give you a few seconds to think about what else you've described someone else to be from before.
Rotund. Okay.
But
Sure.
instead of a circle, it's triangular. I was like, "Oh no, Zach, you didn't do this to someone
I
else
called her
with a different shape."
triangular. Oh, that's funny.
Wow, I don't even think I knew that about like headlights.
I don't necessarily think it's like a super common thing, but evidently
Michael,
she knew.
look at him! He's chunky!
He's a fed cat. And he's
Oh
dead.
my god, I love it.
Oh, right, I can summon a guy. I keep forgetting to do that.
So you don't even think she knew?
No, I think she knew, which is why she was like so offended by it.
I like how you just smacked into that wall.
Don't be mean.
That was funny.
Don't be
You
mean.
you remember when your face
did I just say
smashed
about being
into
mean?
that surface?
Oh my god, he ate him. I wonder
Do
if
you
I can
remember
eat
that time when you tripped over nothing and you fell face first into the ground? I did. I relished in it.
What are you
I
talking
enjoyed
about?
that moment.
What are you talking about?
Have you like ever tripped on nothing?
Yes, all the time.
God, I hate it so much. I used to know someone who did that more than me. But she'd like fall on the ground.
Oof.
Like how you did there.
What the hell? Look at this thing!
Oh my god, it's an elephant! Half an elephant!
It's elephant. Yeah, but I'll say it's half an elephant even. Oh my god, he's doing tricks!
Yoo!
Wow, he hurt a lot. I got. Oh, he. The elephant gave me suplex power. What the hell?
Oh! Zach! You're stepping on everybody!
I'm crushing their spines!
You're sashimiing their bodies!
That's so good, dude. I love that. Oh my god!
Oh my god, you're so
Oh my
violent!
god! God. I wish I could do that forever.
my
Just to stomp.
He was just having a nice stroll in the woods, and you just rammed into him out of nowhere and beat him.
Yeah, but he's a cat, so he deserves it.
How dare you? That's not
I
nice,
have not
Zach.
met a cat that
Cats are
hasn't
the
deserved
best.
getting stepped on.
How dare you, Zach? You take that back right this instant.
Every cat deserves the boot heel.
Oh my god.
I had a bit that I did during the concert yesterday that I thought was really fun. My long story short, my aunt and uncle have a pet cat who's quite old, like he's getting up there, and so they were talking about like the stuff that they have to do to like take care of him and stuff like that, and I just chuckled to myself because it was like, you know, I know that Raul is like a good kitty, like he is genuinely a good cat, but I can't help but feel that like dog ownership is by default more rewarding because the dog will automatically love you even if you don't do anything for them, whereas like it seems like a crapshoot whether or not a cat will actually appreciate what you do for them.
There are some dogs, like if you have like two people in a house, the dog may like actually attach to one of the people and then get mad if like the other one like tries to get their attention away from him.
True, jealousy and stuff like that. But what I mean to say is that I then pretended to be look at me go.
Oh my god! I don't think you're doing any damage though.
It doesn't, but it's funny. But then I did a little bit of like not exactly role play, but like I pretended to be Raul, and I was like, oh, thank you for taking me to the doctor, mother. Now please feed me. You haven't feed me at this hour. Where do you think you're doing? You are a bad mother. It's exactly
funny.
how I imagine cats act.
Have you seen the thing where, I don't know whether or not it's true, obviously, but like the post where it's like, yes, a dog's thinking, oh, this guy feeds me, he takes me on walks, he pets me, he must be God. And then the cat, like, this guy, no, he's like, oh, this guy feeds me, pets me, loves me, I must be God.
I do think that is correct, though. Once again, cats are not necessarily Satan, but it's one of those things where you know what, and I know I've talked. Am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead.
You're nearly dead.
I'm almost dead,
survive.
though. Maybe coming into this with suplex wasn't the best idea. I'm dead.
Oh man.
Are you familiar with toxoplasmosis?
Yes, that parasite that causes you to like cats.
And it's really, it's a little harmful because it's like ever since I learned about toxoplasmosis, I don't necessarily think cats are bad per se, but I can't help but feel a little like, can't help but feel a little suspicious about like, do I actually love this cat or did the cat accidentally trick me into loving it? Did that ninja just fucking wallop me? What the fuck?
Regardless, cats are pretty funny.
Regardless, cats are evil.
Regardless, cats have more internet presence than dogs do.
Very true. And this is something else I said. The reason why cat fanatics are more like vocal than dog fanatics are because it's like an abusive relationship. A cat lover has to pull the lever on the slot machine as to whether or not their cat will love them that day, whereas a dog lover will never have to wonder. And that's why people on the internet love cats so much, because it's like, oh well, maybe today my cat will show me.
It's a tsundere relationship.
It literally is. No wonder people like cat girls so much.
Well, that's the thing, that sometimes I think Japanese are like, oh, they're types of people. So there's like dog type and like cat type of people. Right? Where like the dog type is like they're really like affectionate with you and stuff, and then the cat type's like kind of cold to you, but they're like kind of playing hard to get. I think it makes perfect sense. If there's blood, if they subscribe to blood types, this sure as hell makes sense that this exists.
Are you saying they?
I don't know. Whoever it is. You did it! Oh, Tamar mentioned you did it.
I did do it. Illusion Island.
Fishing?
Oh, this is the one where he. Oh.
That was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
I will also say on like a personal note, because I'm a big fan of like conspiracy theories when they're like harmless, or not even not like harmless per se, but like I'm a big fan of conspiracy theories when the conspiracy is like interesting, you know what I mean? But I recently went on like r/conspiracies the other day just because I was looking for something to be like, you know, interesting. And you know, there was a couple things on there that I thought were like pretty okay. But the longer I was in there looking at like people's comments and stuff like that, I forget that a lot of conspiracy theories find their inspiration in like anti-Semitism. and it was really disappointing because like the conspiracy theory that I was reading had like nothing to do with the Jews as far as I could tell, like, or at least like based on what I was seeing.
Didn't you know even stuff that doesn't have to do with them has to do with them? Isn't that logic?
And that's the thing, and that's like, and that's, you know, and that's what racists believe genuinely. And so it's one of those things where it's like, okay. Also, by the way, is this what the world looks like after Marx took over it?
I don't know. I thought it was just a purple world.
Well, because the reason I ask is because some of the enemies are now like clowns, right? You notice
it's
that?
It's Illusion Island, Zach. All of what you see isn't real.
Is not real. You know what? You're right. It makes sense. Anyway, sorry. What was I saying? But yeah, so
including that bird.
Because the thing that the conspiracy that the post was about was something about like it was like this weird continuity between like American test scores in the 80s versus the 90s versus the 2000s versus the 2010s. And it was like the thing where it's like, oh, there's a lot of really weird and suspicious patterns that are, you know, that show themselves when you compare these together. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder what people have to say about it. And then like the number one most popular comment is like, you know, it's because the Jews took over the education system. And it's like, oh, come on. Fuck. It's
almost funny to the degree that that's just the answer. That's just their answer.
And it's just sad because it's like, well, I mean,
be
you know,
careful. Spikiness.
These things hurt a lot. Like, cause I think I talked about it before, but you know the one that always hurts me a lot. You know like the whole thing about like the 4 humors and, you know, stuff like that. Like the idea of there being like 4 fluids in the body, and then the balance of those humors determine your like wellness.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Well, anyway,
yes.
It's a very popular thing.
Be careful.
Oh my god, he duplicated.
He was moving so fast.
He was moving so fast. Okay, so they're just worth nothing. Got it. But yeah, anyway, sorry. So that's called humorism, right? It's like an antiquated form of like medical science, and I always thought it was like interesting because I was like, ooh, that's such like a video gamey thing, right? The idea of you having 4 fluids in your body, and then by keeping them balanced, you're like healthy, right? And it's like, ooh, that's really cool. But then when you actually like look into humorology and stuff like that, it turns out that it was just an excuse to be racist. Because the idea was like, if you have too much black humor in your body, your blood is bad. And it's like, oh, well, guess what? African people have too much black humor. And it's like, oh, okay. And then it's like yellow humor is bile, which is like the stuff that you have in like the human stomach, right? And do you want to take you don't even need to say it, but like you can probably imagine what race of people has an abundance of yellow humors.
Yep.
And it was one of those things where it's like, God fucking damn it. It's like, it's such a cool like video gamey sort of thing, but it's like, oh, never mind. It's actually just racist. It's really sad.
Like it could be a thing, but the conclusions that are drawn from it are like,
Well, because
not
it's
correct.
like you could try to you could hypothetically try to like reclaim it as like just a cool like fictional thing, but it will always have its
It's just
origins.
the meaning has to like change and like in terms of like how people use it. It has to be enough time.
Well,
where people
I mean,
are
it's
like,
not even
this is just
necessarily
become a
like the
thing.
origin, or sorry, it's not even necessarily like the usage needs to change. Like, I guess what I mean to say is that like the origin will always be negative because
I
it
mean,
will.
sure, but like, isn't that the point of like reclaiming something, as you said?
I mean, I kind of guess so. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I'm definitely not the type of person who has the authority to do that. Obviously.
Well, yeah, yes, but we're just talking about stuff right
No,
now.
yeah, just talking about that sort of stuff in general. Where it's like, I don't know, I would love to reclaim that as just like a fascinating sort of thing. Like
It's
another.
an apple.
It's just an app. Oh my god! It's the holy shit. That was
It's
a cool
scary
apple.
apple.
It was a scary apple. Another one that exists in that like space for me mentally is phrenology, the study of like
The head.
yes, it's about like
shape?
it's a well, hypothetically it's supposed to be about like measuring the skull to like predict the future and stuff like that. And it's like that sounds kind of neat. Like that's a neat like you know like to me when I first heard that I was like, ooh, that's like tarot or palm reading and stuff like that, right? And it's like
your
no,
head shape can decide your future.
right? And
stuff
it's like no, it was actually just a way to like validate slavery and stuff like that. It's like fucking damn it, god damn it.
It's just like it's unfortunate that like certain things exist and that like people are like, oh, this is convenient enough for me to use as like a good excuse to like, you know.
Because phrenology did exist prior to
Yeah.
like widespread adoption
But it was a
by
convenient enough
like racist
like
slavers.
easy enough thing
but
for them to use to kind of be like, I can use this to like make my point, which I'm just like, no, that's not the way that works. But I guess people believe it enough to.
well,
like,
I mean that's literally what the Nazis did with the swastika, right?
yeah, because like
the swastika
in
was
a
just
lot of
like a
places
Buddhist-
aren't a thing.
It was just like
Yeah.
a Buddhist symbol, and then the Nazis were like, yeah, we're just gonna co-opt that.
The thing is, that's why you see, like, still in a lot of countries, they still have that symbol because it still doesn't, like, it still doesn't mean to them, like, there's not an association. I think because it's, like,
Well, because I
religious
mean, in
its
a
own
very
right, you know,
literal
like
sense,
Buddhist
it doesn't
stuff.
mean that, right?
Yeah,
like-
it doesn't.
Yeah. I
So
don't know.
that's why it still exists in places.
In certain
Probably not
places.
here, because for some reason, I don't know. You be careful, Zach. You're, like, dead.
Oh shit, I am like dead. You're right. Oh fuck, I didn't even realize. All right, go get him. Go get him, Fire
Go
Joe.
get him, Leo.
Burning Leo.
Oh my god, I thought you were about to die. I thought you were about to die. You sucked in the cube at the last second. Do you need to kill these guys? I'm a bit confused.
I need to kill. Yeah, because they're the boss.
Oh,
I
they
just
are
didn't.
the
I just
bot.
didn't really have enough health to like deal with it, and I'm so low health. I'm just trying.
Leo!
I mean,
Come on,
hopefully, Burning Leo can kill them
Be careful!
before I die. Nope, never mind. Especially not when he does shit like that.
Careful! Can you suck him up?
I don't think so. I think they're just regular bosses. I can suck up their cubes and shoot the cubes at them. I should probably do that.
Shoot the cubes.
Next time that one of them's down here, I'll do it. Burning Leo, go get him. Burning Leo!
He's almost dead.
He's gonna be dead in a minute. Alright, I got one.
Oh my god.
So Burning Leo I can kill, eat, and then make a new one.
Yo, Burning Leo's back.
I only realized I could do that like, oh. I had
That
to,
is so
I had double jumped by accident. Yeah,
I can't
like
believe
you know
you've done this.
another thing, like in terms of like I didn't realize that had subpar origins. Did you know that the phrase or like the terminology female wasn't actually popularized until like a bunch of quote unquote medical professionals were trying to prove that black women were fundamentally different than like other women, and that was when the first time that female became adopted, especially in medical terms.
I thought it was like, I heard it was like more like a Latin thing.
No,
A female, from
Nope.
like male to female.
well,
Well, I
yes,
don't know.
yes
I don't
and
know
no. So
about
sorry. Correct. I'll correct myself. So it's not like Latin as in like it was a Latin word. It is based in Latin because male means human and then female means not that. You know what I mean? So it's the sort of thing where it's like, yes, it is Latin, but it wasn't used by, the ancient Latin speakers. Because once again, it was a term that was invented.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, die.
Come on, Jack!
Oh, I can obviously do this again. I keep forgetting. Wow. That was effective, baby. There you go. He's dead. He's dead.
One of them has a bow!
One of them's a girl.
Come on, get him.
Working on it. Nope, just straight facing the wrong direction.
Just straight facing. Come on.
Oh,
Yo!
good job, Waddle Doo.
Waddle Doo! Waddle
Hell
Doo
yeah,
does
Waddle Doo. Let's
things.
move on.
There's no Waddle Don't. There is only Waddle Doo.
I like Waddle Don't though. That's a really funny name.
Crash Clouds.
Oh.
Achoo. And he's dead. This was only the start of its act. It's only been like 3 seconds, and you die. And your buddy's gone. Oh.
Okay.
You could have had an ice friend.
Apparently not, because it's like he was in such an awkward. Like the reason why I fell last time was because I tried to eat him, and then I fell out of the sky. I'll just eat somebody else later, I guess. Like this thing is just a broom. Yeah.
Yo, he was keeping this place clean, Zach, and you killed him.
He would have hurt me.
That's because you were dirtying the cloud he was sweeping.
Right. Oh, this thing's a bad thing.
That's
So
a bad apple, Zach.
It is a bad apple. Very well done. The second episode of the Never After Dimension 20 campaign, the one where it's like the grim dark fairy tales and stuff. Episode 2 came out, and not a whole a whole lot happened, but I won't bore you with the details. But I will say that by far the most interesting thing that happened in the episode, at least conceptually for me, was it really seems like what's happening in the context of, the setting is that somebody has access to a magic storybook and is rewriting all of the like fairy tales to have bad endings, right? So for example, one of the classic fairy tales being Cinderella, right? I want to ask you, Saba, what happens in Cinderella? You don't have to give me full details, but just like, what happens in Cinderella?
Kind girl, evil stepmother. She has a chance to go to a ball, to which, like...
Well, why does she have a chance to go to the ball?
Because a fairy godmother gives her an opportunity to have a good night out.
Right, okay. So that's okay. And then they go to the ball. She drops her shoe. The prince uses that shoe to... determine who his true love is, and then she lives happily ever after, right?
Yes.
Now imagine if somebody with bad intentions were to gain access to a magical storybook and made it so that way it continued. Oh my god, this is fucked. I have no health, and this is Krakow.
And the sisters.
Sorry?
The revenge of the stepmother and the sisters.
Well, kinda, because the thing is that in the original, like, Grimm's fairy tale that Cinderella is based on, I don't know, I'm sure you're, like, mostly familiar with this.
Parasol Waddle Dee! Yes, Parasol Waddle Dee!
Parasol Dee, he's so good. I'm just afraid to get in there, because I'm gonna die. And I only have two fucking
Suck 'em
life
up.
left.
Throw him. Throw it at him.
Nope.
Oh,
Just
Zach.
apparently I'm just gonna walk into him. Okay. Anywho. All right. I'm gonna just dodge for a bit, I guess. Ooh,
No, suck him up.
get in there. Get in there. Waddle-doo.
My minion.
My minion, get in there. I need you to hurt this man. Nice. He's doing so well. But yeah, so in the original Grimm's fairy tale that Cinderella is based on, after or like while the prince is using the glass slipper to like find his true love, the evil stepmother forces her daughters to like chop off their
cut her
toes and
feet.
heels.
Yes. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so you remember this, right? So the idea is that she still does that in this fiction, right? Because she's, evil. There you go. Welcome back, Waddle-Doo. And when that doesn't work, when Cinderella still ends up marrying the prince and living happily ever after with him, evidently what happens is that for some reason, we don't know why explicitly, but she comes back to the house where the two daughters are now, like, they can't leave the house because their feet are mangled, right? So the evil stepmother does some sort of like horrible occult ritual, consumes both of her daughters in order to make this like, this like magical storybook, which allows her to like change how stories work. But the thing is that she can't change what already happened. But what she can do is she can add more chapters to the end of it. So what she does is she writes a new chapter after the happily ever after, where Cinderella wants to know whether or not Prince Charming or whatever like actually loves her, or if it's just her fairy godmother's magic.
Guys. Yeah, the guys of love.
So like which one is it? Is it because of the magic, or is it because you actually love me, right?
And she could make like circumstances to make it seem like no, that isn't like real
right.
love.
So what she does is she goes back to her childhood home, like the place where she was miserable, because that was like the last time she ever saw the
Flying pig.
That was a silly looking flying pig. Look at that guy.
More flying pigs.
Anyway, she goes to that place to go meet the fairy godmother, and no matter what the fairy godmother says, the fairy godmother, because it's an impossible question, right? Like, it has no answer. So because of that, Cinderella becomes extremely like distraught. Sorry, I gotta pause because I'm talking. She becomes extremely distraught, breaks off the glass stiletto heel from her slipper, and stabs her godmother through the chest with it.
Ooh.
The godmother... So the way that fairies work in this world is that they're immortal unless they are killed by something that can specifically kill them, right? Like, it needs to be something that can kill them. But a fairy has to be the one that creates it. So essentially, if a fairy wants to
it's her
die,
magic.
they have to
Yeah.
create the weapon of their own destruction. But obviously, she would never do that, right? So, like, wait a minute. When she gets stabbed through the chest, she doesn't die, but she experiences the horrible agony of death over and over every minute of the rest of her life. And she becomes this, like, horrible zombie fairy godmother. And now, I want you to remember, there's a lot of like different magical bullshit nonsense that happens in a lot of fairy tale stories. And because this is like a big aggregate universe of a bunch of fairy tales, it's assumed that all of the fairy godmothers and fairies have like similar magics that they can do, right? So while she's dying, she's like, I need someone to protect me just in case Cinderella comes back and stabs me through the head or something like that, right? Like, I need someone to protect me. But everybody's running away from me because I'm a horrible monster thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast magic, her weak ass magic, because it's literally, her magic is what's keeping her alive, so she doesn't really have as much magical power. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my magic to turn a bunch of furniture in the house into my servants. But instead of them turning into like great and noble warriors like they're supposed to, they're all like half furniture, half people that are just perpetually suffering.
Yikes.
And it's like,
Yikes.
holy shit. Like they during their adventure,
Ew.
they stumble across and I'm just gonna do the same tactic again, by the way, assuming that this doesn't just kill me. Oh, doesn't he do like a spinny? Yeah, he does like a spinny electric thing. That's not gonna work.
Try to run away from him.
Oh, well, he's very fast. Oh, please leave me alone, sir. I'm just gonna go to this side real quick.
Bullet
Never mind, I'm gonna go
rain.
to that side real quick. No, I'm gonna go to this side real quick. No, I'm gonna go to that side real quick. It's just constantly back and forth. So like while they're discovering like the fate of the fairy godmother. Oh shit, that's bad. I didn't know that would happen. While they're discovering the fate of
He's
the
dead.
fairy. Oh, I got it. I got him. What the hell? I was trying to save him, but it wouldn't let me. Well, shit. I guess we're waiting for a laser guy. Oh, thank you. Or am I dead?
Oh my god, food!
Oh, I'm dead.
No!
That's hey, to be fair, I didn't know any of his patterns, so that's okay.
A peach butt.
Peach butt.
Wow.
Cool. Great.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Oh, that's a fun thing to do. Turning the hat into a pop gun. Oh, I'm just right here. Okay, we're fine.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so like as they're like discovering the whereabouts of like the zombified fairy godmother, they stumble upon like piles and piles of corpses of people who weren't even necessarily looking for the fairy godmother. They just so happened to be in the area. Oh fuck! I was trying to eat the plasma. They just so happened to be in the area, and they're all like bludgeoned to death. Because her furniture servants can't hold weapons, but they're made out of furniture, so instead they just like crush people to death and run into them and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, what a horrible way to die.
That is very nightmarish.
But yeah, I wanted to share that one because it was really
I
fucked
always
up.
remember like the original, like some of the original stories. I always remember like Sleeping Beauties. Not Sleeping Beauties. Rapunzel, that's what it was.
What do you mean?
Rapunzel's was kind of funny. So like Rapunzel's was like, of course, like the evil woman. I can't remember who's a stepmom or whatever, but like she tries to trick him, but like what happens is that as he's climbing up, she lets go of the hair and he falls straight into like brambles and he becomes blinded by that. And then I remember that the woman kicks out Rapunzel and she's like wandering and living in like, I don't know, like a desert or like something, or like arbitrary,
What
like,
the fuck?
you know,
Really?
middle of nowhere. And the prince wanders like blind, like he just ends up wandering around until he finds her. And she's like, oh my God, it's you, blah, blah, blah. And then, but like, I guess it ends up okay because like she cries onto him and her like tears restore his eyesight.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And this is in the original fairy tale?
I think it was like the grim version. I think so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's still fucked.
Truly. Yes.
Please, I just wanna eat this food a little bit. That's all I wanted.
Zach, eat the bands.
Nope, it just gave me the ouchie power. That's fun.
I like
It
the
gave me the
ouchie
power to hurt myself. I literally just wanted to summon a guy so he
Is
could
that what
save my
happens
life.
when you suck up two people at the same time?
So when you suck up two people at the same time, it does like a roulette wheel, and then you can like get lucky and you just get a random power. But I guess I've
Or you
gotten
can get
lucky,
unlucky.
or I've gotten unlucky twice in a row because the last time I did that, it also gave me the ouch power.
Ouch! Come on, kill him! Kill him!
Come on, Waddle Doo.
Waddle Doo!
We believe in you.
Don't say Waddle, don't do Waddle Doo!
He did it.
He did it!
Good Christ. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. These fights are a lot harder than than I would have expected.
Stage 4 Mount DDD Sky.
Did
my God, you're getting hit.
Did I tell you who? Oh my God, look at this thing. Oh, do you think it's like a shoot 'em up section again?
Maybe.
Did I tell you who the characters are playing as in the Fairy Tail campaign?
Nope.
I want you to take a guess. There's 6 of them.
Are they like...
I'll give you a hint. One of them is a princess.
One of
And-
them's the princess from The Princess and the Pea.
that would be funny, but no.
Aw.
A little bit more famous.
More famous.
Princess and the Pea is a good one though.
More famous. Can't be Sleeping Beauty because she's asleep.
Saba,
What?
it's Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my God!
So the idea is that in the original Grimm's fairy tale that Sleeping Beauty is based on, the curse isn't just to wake up at true love's first kiss. It's actually at true love's first kiss or after 100 years of being asleep. So the idea is that no prince was able to succeed in like rescuing her in 100 years,
Everyone
so she just
died,
woke up.
but she just woke up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I told that story on the podcast, on the stream like last week. But yeah, so that one was that. So that's one.
One's like.
Let me think for a second. One of them is definitely in a Disney movie.
Dwarf.
One of them is definitely in a Disney movie. One of them is definitely in a DreamWorks movie.
A donkey.
No. I mean, you're thinking of the right movie.
Shrek.
Oh my God, look at
Big
his
Bad
face.
Wolf. You think Kirby's coming here now?
Great king, you must stay calm.
Right, well, here's what we do. Something. I don't know.
Do something. So you said Big Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
So you're close, and I know I told this one, which really warms my heart to
blind
know that you
mice.
guys were listening to me.
Well, I forget things easily, so.
I'm sure. But one of the characters is playing as Little Red Riding Hood,
Okay.
where the idea is that the big bad wolf that, or like the wolf that eats the grandma is the same big bad wolf from like the Three Little Pigs story, because it's actually just a like werewolf curse, you know, like just werewolves
That
like
seems
normal.
familiar. Yeah.
And so the idea is that like when she goes to visit grandma, her grandma's like totally normal for the most part, except on the nights of the full moon, which is what happened on that evening. That's why the grandma was like a wolf in the bed and why she got bit.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like one of the characters to have been one of the trio of the blind mice.
You'd have to be a mouse. That'd be insane.
A blind
I'll
mouse.
give you. The closest I can give you is a happy, or like the closest thing I can give you is that one of the characters is straight up playing an animal. So I don't know if you want to try to guess who that one is.
An animal.
Yes.
Bambi.
That's not really a fairy tale.
A dragon.
Saba.
There's a lot of dragons in fairy tales, right?
Sure, but what, you're just gonna have a character play a dragon?
One of the knight's horses.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you because you're not really taking this seriously. No, it's Puss in Boots.
Oh, Puss in Boots was like way off my radar.
That's all. I forgot about that one. That was really funny. But yeah,
pretty
so
good.
one of the characters is playing as Puss in Boots, which is really good.
Cimarroar. I don't think I've seen this. You used this guy yet?
I have not. He's cool. Simir.
Oh, I said Cimarroar.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Because I read it and it clearly my brain was like, nah, it's not
Cimarroar.
Cimarroar, it's Cimarroar.
Sounds like a Pokemon. I like this
Puss
partner
in
though.
Boots, I like Puss in Boots. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, the Puss in Boots character is playing a rogue.
Unthinkable!
which is
I
fun.
beat that one too. Cursed pink lump.
So what have we said so far? We said Little Red Riding Hood,
Riding Hood,
Sleeping Beauty, Puss in
Beauty,
Boots.
Puss
So
in
there's
Boots.
there's 3 left.
No one's like a princely figure.
No, one of them's Prince.
Prince Philip?
That's the one from Sleeping Beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Well,
for
remember,
existence.
there was no prince, right? Like, no prince came to
Charming?
save her.
No.
So Prince Charming is a character in the world, but he's not a player character, no.
That's not the Cinderella prince, right?
Prince Charming? No. I think Prince Charming is just like a generic prince character. Well, I guess they all kind of are, but...
Because the prince from Cinderella is pretty fun.
Prince Charming.
Do you remember the 3rd movie? He just throws himself out of a window. He's got spunk, man.
I don't want to hear about Prince Charming's spunk, okay?
Who else is there then? I don't think it's the Snow White prince.
It's a little bit less famous than what you're thinking.
Less famous.
Yeah, it's a lot, like, it's definitely a prince that you know, but he doesn't really have a name, really. Like,
Okay,
people...
then yeah.
So, it's a really fun concept, actually. So let me paint you the picture. Hello, Jesse.
Hello.
So it's a really
hi,
fun
Jesse.
concept, actually. So, it's the Frog Prince. You know, the story of, like, the
Oh,
prince,
yeah.
the prince who's like a jerk, so a witch turns him into a frog, and then he can only become a prince again, you know, when he finds his true love or whatever. So the concept behind this player character was that he did it, right? He succeeded. He got his happily ever after, except that finding your true love is not like a state that you reach. Like, it's not a hurdle to be surmounted. It's a lifestyle that you have to, like, cultivate over time. And it turns out that although he is a nice and charming guy, he's not exactly the best husband in the world. So his wife slowly, over the course of like a couple years, falls out of love with him. And as they're like parting ways,
He slowly turns back
he's slowly
into a frog.
turning back into a frog, and it's super cool. The story of them telling the story of them like telling this like slow fall from grace. It all
Well, I guess
it all
he's never going to
culminates.
be tricked.
Sorry.
I guess he'll never be tricked into like someone telling him they love him.
I
And
guess
it's a
that's
lie.
true. Actually, that's a good way of putting it. But it was funny because like the like really emotional scene that really drove it home in a really fun way was his wife is like the queen of their kingdom, and he's like a stay-at-home king is how he or a stay-at-home prince, and she's like the acting queen because the actual queen fell in battle because they're at war. So she's like super focused on like trying to keep her kingdom from like collapsing, and he's like, hey, do you want to throw a ball this weekend? And they have a very serious conversation about like, what are our values right now? We need to figure this out. And he goes on this long tirade about how he just wants them to like live their happily ever after. Why do they have to complicate it with all this extra stuff? And as he says that, a feeling starts welling up within his throat, and he notices a fly buzzing by, and his tongue goes and grabs it.
His frog instincts.
And that was like the thing where because previous to that he had been like, his skin was all slimy and the webs on his fingers were growing back, but he was like denying it, like he was like in denial. And once the tongue lashes out of his mouth, he's like, oh
no.
And it's like, oh man, that's so sad. All right, anyway, we got 2 more, Saba. We got 2 more. Also, I'm dead.
I got orange elephant.
It's orange
How
elephant.
is the Kirby?
This is incredibly fun. I had never played this one before, but
Yes.
Grant suggested it, and
Yes.
surprise, surprise, it's really good.
Yes, one of the better Kirby games.
It's a little weird because I didn't necessarily anticipate it to be like an anthology game. Like it's just a bunch of different games that are put together. But they, for the most part, they work. I really like the Milky Way Wishes. I like that one a lot. I'm not as big of a fan of the Great Cave Offensive or Gourmet Race, but everything else I like.
Oh, the cavalry!
Send in your highness. Oh, I was hoping you'd be the elephant.
No.
All right.
Like Bugsy.
Saba, we have 2 more. You have to guess the other 2. One of them is
Any
another.
hints?
One of them is another fairy tale character that you're definitely familiar with. And once again, I'll remind you that it is a, or I guess not remind you, but I'll let you know that it is a. They do have a Disney movie about this character.
Dumbo.
Not really fairy tale.
Oh, true. I always have to remind myself.
You have to
Man,
remind
it's
yourself
hard.
about the fact that it's a fairy tale character.
Yeah, because of the movie. Because I don't know. Subtext. Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Yo, look at Bugsy.
No.
He's fucking him up. Go get him, dude.
Because Suplex is strong ability in this game.
Jesse, help me out here.
I don't know what the context is.
If there's a fairy tale character.
It's
there's a
a
movie
D&D
of.
campaign that I'm watching. They do a new episode
know.
every week,
Elsa?
and I was just asking, Saba to guess what the
Technically
6
she's a thing,
player
yeah.
characters are playing as. They're all playing as like fairy tale characters.
Yeah, Jesse said Ice Queen. That technically counts.
Once again, Ice Queen is a character, but that's a like major villain in the story, not a player
Okay.
character. It's a good guess though. Send in the lions! Send in the giant fuck you lions!
What else?
I know. I'm trying to think about it. The Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Is that a fairy tale about that? Yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty sure.
Peter Pan.
Ooh, Peter
That's
Pan.
another really good guess, but not correct.
You're wrong.
Because are you
Captain
are you thinking of because I'll remind you once again, the character I'm trying to get you to guess has a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
so
beast.
so we can
It's a
keep going.
beast. So
Oh,
Beast
you said
isn't
once again, character that exists but not player character.
Dang. Cinderella.
Lumiere or
the Lumiere, the fucking candlestick.
Cogsworth. Yeah.
Cinderella.
No. Actually, I don't know if you were here for this, Jesse, but
There was
one of the
one
player
princess
characters
and we
is
guessed
Sleeping
it.
Beauty, which is fun.
Okay.
But no,
we
so
guessed the
it's not
princess,
it's
so-
not Cinderella, yeah. Oh, did I just lose Bugsy?
Yeah, you you converted him.
Oh shit, I didn't realize.
It's time for my secret weapon.
No.
No,
Now
you pay, Kirby.
Kirby.
I mean, you have just been destroying his castle
But he's evil.
and all his henchmen. That
He
you know,
steals all my
they,
food.
They got this job to pay for their families.
I
and you're
will
just
let
trolling
you
them.
guys know that the character in the Disney movie that you're trying to guess is
Specify.
it's a much older Disney movie than what you're thinking of.
Merlin.
Not, dude. I can't tell you how
Snow
much
White?
I'm excited because the guy Brendan Lee Mulligan has confirmed that he considers Arthurian legend to be a fairy tale. God, I can't wait for Merlin and King Arthur to show up. It's gonna be so hype. But no,
Ichabod!
unfortunately not.
Is it Snow White?
Right?
It is not Snow White. There's only the one princess in the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it Ichabod Crane?
Ichabod, once again,
Ooh.
excellent. What the hell? It's just a Waddle Dee.
Dude, it's Bandana D. It's
It's just
the
Bandana
guy.
D.
It's the guy. You can instant kill him if you swallow him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I'd rather
He
burn
was
him to
there
death.
to pay for his family to get food, and now you killed him.
Technically, I don't know if Ichabod Crane counts as a fairy tale, but he's definitely folklore. So that's a really good guess, Saba. But no.
I need more hints.
What else is like super Robin Hood?
Once
Robin
again,
Hood,
once
yeah.
again, in the universe, not a character.
God dang.
I'll give you another hint. A
Male or
fairy,
female?
a fairy. They're male.
Okay.
In
dwarf?
fact, in fact, the fact that they're male is a big deal.
Okay.
And then they do have
my
a
God.
fairy in their story.
And this is not Peter Pan?
It is not Peter Pan.
Dang.
Grab
What
this!
else has a
What the
fairy
fuck?
in it?
What's happening? Are we about to have a cage match against DDD? Yo!
Oh
Look at this
my
guy!
Yeah, it's
DDD.
Mass DDD. He's powered up,
Is he?
way stronger.
Oh my god, he does hurt.
So what else has a fairy in it? Sleeping Beauty has a fairy in it.
We already said Sleeping Beauty.
No, I know, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else. A male?
From an older
Captain Hook?
Oh, the cage is electrified. I understand.
But I don't think it's
once
from
again,
Peter Pan.
Captain Hook, major villain, not character.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm scared.
I don't know, Jesse. I don't know what else has fairies in it.
I think
All I know is Sleeping Beauty and Peter Pan.
If I tell you,
yo, it's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
that's once again super great
Gargoyle?
guess. Once again, super great guess, but incorrect, unfortunately.
Yo, it's a King Arthur.
It is not King Arthur.
I think he doesn't count. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
goodbye,
god!
DDD. I
There he
fucking whooped his
goes.
ass. Yeah.
King DDD's blasting off again!
For the sake of time, just because there is one more character after this, I would like to inform you that the character is Pinocchio.
God dang it! I should.
Oh my god! The old OG fairy! Oh
Exactly.
my gosh.
The blue fairy. And
Look how sad he is!
he's very sad.
Oh yeah,
You kicked him out of his house!
he's depressed because he lost.
One
And
of
this
the-
is the last
what-
time he functions as a antagonist role.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
But look, his supporters are
Because-
behind him.
After this game came Return to Dreamland.
Which is the one on the Wii.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Well,
Okay,
no,
Zach.
technically Mass Attack came after, but then Return to Dreamland.
Last one hint. Give us
Okay.
started it off.
Technically, the last character is not a fairy tale character per se, but they are very keenly associated with a large collection of fairy tales.
A Grimm brother?
Good guess, but not the case. Not a player character. Remember I told you that the wicked stepmother got access to like a magic book that allows her to like change people's stories?
Yeah.
She gets that from an evil warlock named Grimm.
Okay.
So,
I don't know what this last
Hell
one
yeah.
could be.
Yeah. Meta Nightmare.
okay. So tomorrow we'll be doing the arena, I guess, and then Meta Nightmare.
Yo, Hopper to Hero.
Cool. That Cool Knights reappeared. Defeat foes to store power, then touch the screen to use abilities. He trains it. Wait, do you play as Meta Knight?
Yes.
Whoa! Cool.
Ooh,
You
Okay.
play as Meta Knight, and then you have Blade Knight or Sword Knight as your partner.
Hey, that's fun. All right, quick. Any another guess? We have 7 minutes.
What was his name?
associated with
What's his name?
a Grim Reaper. I don't know.
I don't know if that would be fairy tale, but maybe. I don't know. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if a player character was just the incarnation of death? I think that would kind of fuck up the balance a little bit.
What, Hanzo and Gretel?
Once again, good guess, not the case.
It's associated with books.
Yes.
You know, Little Red Riding
it-
Hood.
Is it literally just
Little
a
Red
magic
Riding Hood
book?
is already a character that we listed.
Dang. Okay.
It's not just a magic book, Zach.
It is not just a magic book, no.
What was his name?
I'm gonna
It's such an
have you
S.
guys. I'm gonna have you guys make like a couple more guesses, and then I'll just tell you because it is
Any other hint?
kind of cheating.
Such an S. I can't think.
Any other hints you can drop?
Any other hints that I can drop? Do you know
The Muffin Man?
Actually, now that you mention that, is that from the thing that I'm thinking of? It might be. Give me a second.
Oh man, if it was the Muffin Man,
It's not the Muffin. It's not the Muffin Man.
Best thing ever. I would have just Zach. You would have just like been like you were just trying to be. It was then like you would have been you tried to be sly with your hint, so we were like I don't know. Do you know that? And if I just said the Muffin Man, Rumpelstiltskin.
Once again,
That's
villain, not character.
Ah, that was such a good guess, Jesse.
Okay.
I would have died if it was the Muffin Man.
The character is associated with Humpty Dumpty.
the king.
They are also associated with Jack and Jill Went Up the Hill, and also Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Quick, and
narrator?
and also Little Miss Muffet, and also Old King Cole, and also
It's not
Simple
just
Simon,
a narrator.
and also Man on the Moon.
So, background character 5.
So the character, and this is why I said like it's a little bit cheating. In the world that the campaign is taking place in, it's a world of fairy tales, right?
So I'm saying, is it just a narrator?
This
That'd be
character
funny.
was a guy who existed in other fairy tales, and then because of circumstances beyond his control, he became the owner and proprietor of a book of fables and stuff like that. And his name is Timothy Goose, but everybody calls him Mother because he takes care of all the local children in his village. So
Okay, I
the
definitely don't
sixth
think I would've
character
gotten
is
that.
Mother Goose.
Oh,
And that's why I said like it's technically cheating because it's like that's not really the character. Like the character's not named. The character's
I
not
like it.
named
I kind of like
Mother
the
Goose.
idea that it's like, oh, it's background character number 5, as Jesse was saying.
Literally just nobody.
you have meta character.
It's funny. It's funny in a way because once again they put a lot of research and effort into like making sure that there's like a lot of really cool connective tissue between the fairy tales in this world and stuff like that. And they discovered that I can't remember exactly which one, but there was like a fairy tale that was not associated with the Mother Goose fairy tales, in which one of the named characters was named Mr. Goose. And so they were like, "Oh, so you will play as Mr. Goose, but after you struck a deal with the evil demonic Goose Lord, which is also
Goose
a part."
Lord.
Yes, I can't tell you how weird it is, but yeah, there you go. I genuinely, it's really fun because normally these Dimension 20 campaigns are like 20 to 25 episodes long, usually about 2 to 3 hours a pop. And all the shit that you guys were listing off, like Captain Hook and the Ice Queen and fucking, I mentioned Humpty Dumpty, but like all of that, I'm so excited because you guys are just reminding me of like, oh yeah, these are all things that are totally gonna show up in the campaign, and they're all gonna be fucked up and like scary. I don't know if you remember this, but the Nutcracker, like the fairy tale that was then turned into a play. The fucking main I think he's the narrator in the Nutcracker. Drosselmeyer shows up as a character, and he's just a guy that they talk to at one point, and so it's really weird because it's not all just like the main fairy tales that everybody knows. It's also like the weird fairy tales that show up. But anyway, I had fun. We'll be back with more Kirby MK Ultra tomorrow. I'll be doing hypothetically the rest of the game. I don't know exactly how much there is.
Hopefully we finished.
I know that there is a true ending because this is a Kirby game, but I don't know how to get it per se.
Hopefully maybe Grant can help.
You have to beat Meta Nightmare Ultra, the arena, and Helper to Hero one time.
Now, does it matter which order I do them in?
Nope.
Okay,
But-
so what you're telling me is that once I have completed all of these like post-it notes, essentially, it's gonna launch me into like a true ending sequence.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll just say
that's
one of the
X'd out.
items on the pin board turns into something else.
Okay, so I have to do Milky Way wishes a second time.
Okay.
Okay.
No, not that one.
Really?
Yes, it's not that one.
I swear to fucking God, if it's the Great Cave Offensive, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, anywho. That was fun. Good night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Thank you for stopping by,
everyone.
Jesse. Thank you for participating in the question at the end. It was fun.
Yes, you were very helpful.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Bye-bye.